All right. Good evening, good evening, good evening, folks, and welcome back. This is the Ashamed Canadian in the Sidekick Show with special guest, the Chad. Good evening, Chad.
The other half of the sidekick. Good evening. Of course, the other side of the other half of the sidekicks.
Yes.
So yeah, it's been interesting experiences and journeys we've both had over the past little while. Yours mostly in the YouTube streets, and myself, well, in the streets of Ottawa. Right. So, um, well, of course, I know Ash. You always like hearing new talent and new artists. This is a gentleman here on the screen. His name is Will, and the song is actually going to play here is from the he actually wrote it for the Freedom Convoy.
Oh, right on.
And he was performing it for some people in the lobby of the Sheridan.
Well, we definitely cannot get a copyright strike for this.
I have his permission.
Well, you know YouTube.
Oh yeah, definitely, exactly. We can't get a copyright strike for it because it's not a copy. It's not a copywritten song.
That's right. And yeah, while you're doing that, just I'm going to post the link in my channel here in case there's I guess. Sorry, folks, I'm a little slow at this. I should have had this ready long ago.
It's been a while since you've been doing one of these too.
This is true, so. Well, hold on. There. Mute that. And then let me go back here and get the link for you. Oh, come on. Why?
We only got one watching right now.
Yeah. Come on.
It's only early yet, so. Give people a few more minutes. It's only a couple minutes in, so. Get the link posted.
Let's. Paste. And enter. And pin message. Okay, folks. Look at that. I did it. The link is pinned in the Ashamed Canadian channel. Anybody that's here, if you want to come up and ask Chad any questions about what was going on in Ottawa and that. But to start off, let's listen to this young man play a song. It's all up to you now, Chad.
Well, they sound from every corner of the city. With diesel in their veins, they grab brains. Ten for
Hey, Chad.
Yeah, it is lagging a bit. Yes, I know.
Quite a bit.
Yeah, yeah. That's the original raw version of the video, so that's probably why it's lagging as well. But
The way that you should be able to stop this and go back to the beginning, and
yeah,
it'll play fine.
yeah,
See how it's caching and that.
yeah.
If not, then it's yeah. No, it's still gonna do it.
Oh, he stopped playing for a second there. I know that.
Well, they said
Yeah, it's doing the same thing.
from every corner of the city.
Yeah, it's still doing it.
Yeah.
All right.
We'll
Well,
have to
sorry about that, everybody.
we'll have to find a way of
It's-
downloading that and being able to play it properly.
well, I'm gonna, like I
Well-
said, I'll have to get my. I had to do some work with my Adobe. It wasn't working well for me because I did try to copy it over, and the copy didn't go through so well.
Yeah, my best Scorpio said lagging like a rip in tights on a lady's thighs.
Pretty much, yes.
Yeah, what I usually do is I run it through first. Like I'll keep going through and have a pause so that I can go through and it caches up. And
Yeah.
then I go back to the beginning, and then usually that works
Well,
for me
maybe we'll
anyways.
try it with one of the other ones that I was looking at here later. It was more of some behind the scenes video.
Hey, we got John Hobbs and What's
Yes.
Truth?
Yes, we also have
Accountability for all.
the Sidekicks return.
Yeah. So, what did you see up there in Ottawa?
Well, a lot of trucks.
Well, yeah.
I didn't see Justin Trudeau. He was hiding from us the whole time.
Well, of course, the coward of the country.
Yes. Yes. Well, I will say this. Definitely one thing. Most people, I know the common questions obviously are going to be, so how much was how much was what we saw on mainstream media really real? Well, I'll say it this way: majority of what was on the mainstream media was staged. As for the anything to do with the homeless, the conditions they were saying about us taking things from the homeless and doing that sort of thing and all that. No, we weren't taking food from the homeless. In fact, when we basically, by the time they had started the attacks on the last weekend on the Hill, the food banks couldn't take any more food.
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah.
like literally, it was that well taken care of, and there was a lot of friendships made on the Hill as well, for sure.
No,
You
wh-
know, everybody. Oh, sorry, Ash.
sorry. But what really got me about this whole thing from the beginning, we're talking about from basically the beginning of this with the trucker showing up and that, is that it said that um, it, people were scared to open. And that was not the case because the Rito Mall made the executive decision not to open their doors. So that meant that all the retail outlets that were in there that wanted to open couldn't. So that
Exactly.
whole area was shut down because of
Yeah.
one management company. And
Yeah.
that's what
Pretty much.
runs, both sides of Rito Street right there. That's all Rito Mall.
Mm-hmm.
And so that whole area was shut down. They were forced to shut down. And we've seen in video after video of coffee shops and stuff like that, cops forcing them to shut their doors and that. So it's not
Yes.
like they were doing it because of the protesters. They were doing it because of the police.
Yes. Clash in Canada. I have heard. I have heard about it. I knew about it actually for a bit. Um, so I actually, when I first heard about it, I actually thought it was. I actually thought it was somebody sending me. When the person that sent me the information, they sent it to me on April 1st. I actually thought it was an April Fool's Day joke at first.
God bless the UK's in the house. Joe
Uh,
Cool, what's up?
hey, Joe, cool. But yeah, it was the business owner. It was the conglomerate for the Rito Mall area and down along there. I mean, one side of Rito, I will say, was pretty much mostly open, um, except for a few businesses. But
That Yeah, any businesses that had access to the mall were closed, but
yeah,
all the smaller businesses that were out there, like there's convenience stores and stuff like that along there, and I believe there's like a t-shirt shop and what we used to call a head shop and that.
yeah.
So like those places would be open, but anything connected to the mall was closed.
Well, the Tim Hortons that was in the mall on one side of the street, it was open because they had a walk up Tim Hortons, which is something, which is
Yeah.
one of the things I'd never seen before in my life, honestly.
Oh,
Uh,
really?
well, no, like literally an actual permanent structure that's a walk up Tim Hortons.
Oh,
You know,
there's been a walk up McDonald's in at the corner of Queen and Spadina in Toronto since fuck the mid 90s.
yeah. Well, yeah, but you got to remember though, I'm a Nova Scotia. I'm a Nova Scotia boy, and I hadn't been to Ottawa since I was 15 years old. So I mean,
Yeah.
a lot had changed. So it was quite the experience as well. But the thing was, the thing I will say is I quickly learned the streets really, really quick. They were very simple. I mean, I lived in Halifax, Nova Scotia. The streets were more complex in Halifax than they are in Ottawa.
Yeah, well, it depends on what parts of the streets of Halifax you're at too. Oh,
Yeah,
wait, that's Ash? Yeah, that's me.
yeah. He's just cluing in who it is. But yeah, it was. But like I said, it was. I mean, the amount of positivity that was on that hill was utterly amazing. It was. It was. It's like every walk of life. I mean, you can imagine homeless people, truckers, tradespeople, doctors, lawyers, nurses that had been, and these are all professional people that have all lost their job or quit their jobs because of the fact they chose not to drink the Kool-Aid. Um, but yeah, no, it was quite the, I mean, like I got to know a lot of vets that were there as well, so I mean, like, because I'd walk by the War Memorial almost every day, and I would always go and pay my respects to our fallen veterans and our unknown soldier.
Oh, look at this. We
Oh,
have
what's truth?
here.
Thank you. Thank you.
How
Hey,
are you,
Hello,
brother?
what's truth?
good man. I'm good. Good to see you both.
Oh, it's good to
Thanks,
see
man.
you too.
So, here you've been covering some of this still. What's still going on out there in the BC area, and what do you think?
You talking to me?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I met a lot of good people going to these rallies. I certainly did. A lot of good, hard-working folks. A lot of truckers. Man, I've never seen so many smiles on kids' faces as I did up here in BC. See, we didn't have anything nasty happen like they did in Ottawa. So I give kudos to the Chad for being there to catch that. He's the only one that I talk to that I know, that actually was down there on the ground. So, hey, what do I think about it all? I think the organizers could be a little better organized. I think they could cause a little less division up here in British Columbia, anyways. I think the truckers in Ottawa had a great thing going. It's too bad our tyrannical government shut them down like they do every other protest, every other, our side protest anyway, whenever you're
Yeah.
fighting for something good, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, no, kudos to you, Chad, man. I mean, must have been something else being there, like emotionally. And I bet you had a few moments where you were like, yeah, I'm proud to be a Canadian boy. This is what it's about, fighting for your freedoms. But then I could imagine on the other end, when you got crushed like that, it was probably pretty, devastating. Everybody that you've met over the last week is all of a sudden scattered about and the party's over.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that part was a little reeling to get over, and then, as you start as people start showing up to other people or where you're at or near where you're at, you kind of get happy and you glad to see them and that sort of thing, and yeah. As for good moments, yeah, there was a lot of great moments on the hill, and there were a lot of traumatic and bad ones as well. Um, I wouldn't wish. I'll say it this way: I would not wish getting tear gas, pepper spray, flash grenade, rubber bullet to anybody,
Yeah.
even my worst enemy.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's not a fun experience at all.
Sure isn't.
But like one of the most positive experience actually was kind of funny because um, ET. So when I'm saying ET, some of us know who I'm talking about. Some people don't. But Canadian Rates ET. I can't remember. Don't know what he calls himself
Okay.
now.
Okay. Gotcha.
But the group he had come up with, I had seen on a live stream that I got a chance to view very, very quickly. That when he was coming up on the Saturday, that they were bringing up Charter Rights and Freedoms, copies of the Charter Rights and Freedoms. So anyway, we'd gotten a copy of it, the vehicle that I was at, that I'd come up with my friend, and they this gentleman come up to me as we were putting in the back window of the car, and he said, "Excuse me, can I talk to you for a second?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure. What's up?" And he says, "My family just took our masks off today. We decided that we weren't going to wear masks anymore." Um, and my daughter's never seen the Charter of Rights and Freedoms. She's never, let alone have seen it or held it. Could we borrow it, take a picture? I'm like, yeah, sure. And everybody around me was like, get this on video, get this on video, get this. I'm like, no, I'm not stealing this from this man's moment to be daddy, his little girl's hero, taking the picture for her. And then she come over and give me a hug, after they were done with the Charter of Rights and Freedoms. And I mean, I think that was one of the best highlight moments of the whole time that I was on the hill.
Wow.
So
No, I remember you said that you ran into somebody that knew me.
Yeah, they. It was a gentleman that had been on there when you were there, or when you were living there, and he knew you from Hamilton.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but I didn't talk. I only ran into him the one time, or a couple times, and didn't see him after.
No, wasn't there like a lady you said that was said that she was right beside me during a protest that we were
Yes,
at?
yeah. There was an older lady. She had been on the hill beside you with the protest. Yeah, yeah. And I only saw her like a couple times, and then I never ran into her again. She was there. She was only there on one. I think she was there for like 3 or 4 days. She didn't stay around too long.
We got Clash in Canada, ATL Auditor, Banana
Banana was
Anna,
here as well.
John Hobbs,
.com was it? I saw .com as well in there.
yes, Joe Cool.
Got all the boys.
Yes. Thank you all
And,
for dropping in.
and the girls. We can't forget the
Yes.
ladies. Tiffany's there too. I see.
Got the
Oh
ladies
yes,
too.
the lovely Tiffany. Man, I really need to get a hold of that couple, man. I would really love to do a follow-up story on that. Like that's almost brought me to tears, man, that story today. So
Well,
um,
then,
so if there's any way that you know that I could get a hold of them, it would be great. I'd love to be able to do some kind of a show where we can maybe help them out, you know.
I will be sure to do that. We were supposed to have a show tonight interviewing Jason Eiler. Something came up at the last minute. He said another day. Tiffany said okay.
Oh, okay.
Their family, him and Tiffany are family, so
Yeah.
she's trying to get his girlfriend as well, the mother, on as well. So
Yes.
a little more notice for her viewers and everybody this time. But yeah, as soon as we get everything all settled and everybody's on the same page, we will gladly pass the information back and forth. Not a problem at all.
Yeah, or like even if you're gonna do if you guys are gonna do a show, if you know, let me know ahead of time, and if you guys don't have a problem with it, I can restream it also.
Well, she's going to be doing probably a StreamYards panel, and afterwards, when he's done, sort of similar to what you and the Chad do, when he's done being interviewed, he might hop down or he might stay. I don't know. We don't know what's going to go down, but then other people can come up
Yeah.
and either ask questions or add to it.
Yeah.
We're not going to have any tolerance for any trolls. Zero. It will be a zero free speech night for the people that want to hate on anybody who has a missing child, if you catch my drift.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And
All right.
Yeah.
you know, that's I'm this really touches my heart because
Yeah.
you know, is a 3-year-old child doesn't go missing like that.
It's
And no, in a small town like that, like man, I spent a couple of months there over the summer last year.
mhm.
I know how small that town is.
Yep.
So
Yep.
What town was
and
it?
I know how corrupt it is.
Truro, Chad. Just up the road
Oh,
from
geez,
you, buddy.
Truro.
Yeah.
That's a very small town.
Very small.
And with the sexual allegations against the police officers there over the past, with child trafficking and shit like that,
Yeah,
nothing surprises me.
That's Tiffany's hometown.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah. That's yeah.
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 So-
We're all from down there, guys. Me and Tiff,
Yeah.
Chad, and well, Ash knows.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you know,
We're all Maritimers. All
Old
Maritimers at
stomping
heart.
grounds, boys.
I'm from a small town called Tantallon.
Okay, yeah, yeah,
which is, right along Peggy's Cove Road, just outside of Peggy's Cove. So,
yeah. Nice little spot. Yeah.
Nice little spot, a lot of beautiful scenery through there.
Oh yeah.
oh yeah. So
We actually drove through Tintallen going when we actually stopped in Tintallen for gas when
well,
coming through to Halifax
if you
when I came
were
home on the run
if
I
you,
came home on.
if you were going through Tantallon and you stopped at a gas station, it was probably an Esso station.
I remember that.
Yep.
And right across the street, that big house
Yeah. Okay.
is where I grew up.
Oh wow.
Like
Okay.
I knew the mechanic, I knew the owner of that gas station, everything. My grandmother owned all the property on the other side of the gas station.
So, Chad, what do you think about the results of everybody rallying together and protesting? Did we get what we wanted, or I don't know how to phrase the question. I think the government used the situation to majorly overstep our rights and be able to invade our bank accounts like that and shut them down and shut GoFundMe's down and whatnot. But it seemed like as soon as the protest was over, they ended the mask mandates. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it was convenient.
Yeah.
It was convenient.
Yeah.
But I mean, the thing was, I mean, even on the Wednesday night when I was going up in the car, Saskatchewan had already lifted their mandates before they
Yeah.
even started. So I mean, it was basically it's like I said to a friend of mine today. Actually, I said, it was like literally they were going to be putting probably getting rid of them anyway here planning to get rid of them here at some point, because I'd heard here in Nova Scotia they were talking the end of April, and all they did is just pushed it up because of everything that happened in Ottawa.
Mm.
Yeah, that's what they did here too in New Brunswick. It wasn't supposed to be until like the first week of May.
Yeah.
And then on February 14th, that was it, man. Everything was dropped here.
It's like we got to follow the
except
signs.
for like hospitals, and there are some government offices that they still tell you that you have to wear a mask in. But other than that, like all the Tim Hortons, everything, all those Vax passport signs and that, there's nothing anymore. They're all gone now. I'm about to do a video again, and I'm going to just walk down and show you that all those signs have been gone off of the ones that were just there a couple of weeks ago. And I'm going to go to City Hall again, too.
Yeah. It's kind of funny. I get a laugh when I walk into my local Tim Hortons, because the only ones wearing masks are the very few that refuse to take them off, and the employees, and they hate them.
Oh, we got crazy Frenchmen in the house. Good to see you.
Censored.
I am your government. I am here to help. I love you. We follow the science. You are not safe, and you can't take off your masks until after we boot fuck all of you little protesters.
You know what gets me is in all the Center for Disease Controls and stuff like that. There's a certain time limit that they have to go through for testing and that before it's allowed to go into humans. It's there. If you go look it up on the CDC website, for instance, I believe it's between 3 and 5 years. There has to be studies done on a vaccine before it can be injected into humans.
Yep.
They were doing it after 6 months and it was never tested.
We all knew this at the beginning. Yep.
And then what happened? You got that vaccine and that booster and that, but what happened? You can still spread it. You can still get it. And you still had to wear a mask. So what was the sense of getting it? Oh, because it may help you that if you get it, it won't be as serious. But there was no proven science behind that. But yet they had proven science behind the fact that there was almost 100 million people that did a survey in the States and did the science and everything, and that gotten it and never got the booster or anything and had natural immunity. But that was all, it was all ignored.
Things I don't talk about on my channel.
Well, see, what are they going to do? Shut me off?
Shut you down.
Shut go ahead.
Shut them up.
Yeah, that just goes to show that I'm telling the truth.
Right. Oh, I understand.
Yeah.
I'm not saying don't.
There's some things that I just won't say.
Right. Somebody got to fucking say something.
Yeah. Like I'm just working on finding out how I can do these type of shows on Rumble. Because
you gotta pay for Rumble, don't you? Yeah, you gotta pay $10 a month to fucking live stream on Rumble. I tried.
Oh,
man.
Do you?
Yeah. You do. Yep.
I know it's free to have an account. Like,
yes, it is. It's free to upload.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's another thing I'm trying to figure out too. So, I just keep forgetting to go over and work on it, but maybe for the $10 a month, I might do it.
I thought about it. Yeah.
I pay $25 a month for fucking StreamYards now. What's $10 a month?
Hey, to have your own say.
Yeah, I'm saving $15 a month.
Right. It's worth it. I think it's worth it. I almost went to Rumble. Almost chalked up the $10.
No, I have a Rumble account, and I have a BitChute account, and I have an Odyssey account, all under the Shane Canadian.
Yeah.
And then my Twitter is, Ashcam54.
And it is hard, too, to switch platforms, a shame, because you got your audience here, and then you have to restart and build your own audience over there. You can get a few people from over here to over there, but not everybody, so you're really starting fresh on every single time. Like, I've started all these platforms, and you're starting fresh every time, right? Yeah. It's hard.
And that's why, I'm having a hard time considering doing it. I opened up the account so that I know that they're there under that name and nobody else can take it then, right?
Right. Yep. Or at least you were the first, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So I have them. Now I just got to see if I'm able to actually work on it to do it. If it's actually economical for me to do it that way, if I have enough people following through that.
And that's the thing too, you might not at first, right?
Yeah.
Might take a month or two to.
And I found one of the ways of helping my channel grow was anything that I post up on YouTube is to post it up on my Twitter account too.
Yeah, Twitter's good. I like Twitter.
And the only reason why I got Twitter is because the government and police and that like to put out all their alerts and messages and that on Twitter first.
We really are in that day and age, aren't we?
Yeah. So that's why I got a Twitter account.
Yep. Yep.
Fuck, I'm doing the exact same thing you're doing. Drinking Coke out of a 2-liter bottle.
Oh, I just don't want to get up and get a...
I'm telling you.
So have you guys heard of Diagolon?
Yes.
You've heard of Diagolon. Okay, well, this flag I have behind me is Triangulon. I started my own
Diagolon. I've actually met the Prime Minister of Diagolon.
Nice. The raging dissident, big fan here. Yeah, I love that guy.
Yeah.
Oh, he's awesome.
He is, man.
Awesome.
Yeah. But
did he ever get off on those charges? Tell me he got off on those charges.
I'm not sure if he did or didn't, to be honest.
I know he's on house arrest.
Oh, so he still hasn't gone there then.
Yeah, he's still on house arrest.
Oh.
Still limited to what he can say.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He's got a lawyer. So,
Oh, so he's still going to court for it. So, yeah.
did
Fuck.
Pat King get out
Yeah.
yet? I
No.
haven't. No.
No, Pat King's not out yet.
Damn.
Oh, look at this. We got Jason Goddard in the house.
What's up, Jason? Cheers to you,
Hey,
brother.
Jason.
I'm having a channel-wide toke out here all by myself, just to let you know. Hey, I don't know if anybody else is puffing, but
Who is this?
I am off and on.
Who is who, Clash? The person on the bottom there, that is What's Truth.
what's up, Clash?
Oh.
I've seen you around, brother.
Our very first guest on the Sidekick Show.
No. Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
You see who we got in the
I do.
basement here?
Who we have? We have
Some
Jason
Sunday
Cadet
beer
coming up.
drink. Some Sunday beer drinking fucking maritimer.
Who we have?
Oh dear.
Let's
Oh,
give me a
say
minute.
hi,
Gotta
Jay.
go.
Give me a go over.
Gotta
Give me
go.
a minute. I'm gonna have to mute 2 channels. Give me a minute. Give me a second. Give me a second. Give me a second. There's 2 of them live here.
Seconds up,
Okay,
man.
so
Hey, what's up, Jason?
So
Oh, good.
Clash, Pat. So for Clash, question here.
Make sure you smash that thumbs up and chat.
Oh, yeah.
In jail
Yeah,
presently right now, Pat King.
Yeah.
And
You
the
know,
other
and-
fellow that was on house arrest is a different person.
Yes, raging dissident. Yeah.
Talking to there. That's how he got. That's how. Yeah.
You're breaking up, Chad.
You know, and the more Pat King, the longer
So,
Pat King spends in
I-
jail, the less
Yes,
I
I
think
actually
he's
had both of them on the hill.
right.
Crazy Frenchman asked me, "Do you think Chili will move to Ohio?" I think he will. I really think that Chili. And if you guys don't know who Chili is, that is Delete Laws.
Oh, okay.
He's been covering the Ironton, Ohio corruption there. And he's uncovered so much of it. Now he's in the middle of it. So, yeah, I can see him moving there. I can't see him running for governor like he wants to, but I can see him running for a city official, like maybe mayor of Ironton.
Mayor of Ironton.
You got to start somewhere. So you can't just jump in. He's no Arnold Schwarzenegger, you know. He's not that type of celebrity that would get the votes to get into be governor. But he's got enough clout and enough followers and enough supporters in that town alone that he could probably do a really good run for mayor.
Small town, absolutely.
And once he establishes himself as a mayor, then run for governor. But yeah, I can see it happening within 6 years or so. He could be running for governor, but right now, mayor. And you know, the 2022 elections coming up there in November, so you know he might want to put his name on the ballot for what's going on right now. Maybe he might be able to get into what's lower level thing, or to start off.
I just started watching Delete Laws. I haven't seen much.
I've been following him for a while, and then when he said that he was going to do that protest, that's when I decided to break out my camera and turned the screen to full screen and just started screen recording, right? And that's when I made that video. I put it out as quick as I could about Delete Laws getting arrested.
So what footage were you playing earlier? That was the Chad's footage from Ottawa that you couldn't get to work right?
Yeah, of a singer that
Yeah, that was
wrote
the
a song.
footage. Yeah,
Okay. Right on.
He wrote a song. He was from Ottawa, and he actually wrote a song about the truckers coming in. It was actually a really good song.
Okay.
So-
Is it on your YouTube?
Look, he's. I'm gonna put it up on my YouTube. Yeah,
Okay.
but it's like I said, I haven't had a chance to put it through the Adobe yet, so it was being a brat.
I was just able to
So-
read your shirt there.
Trying to get
What's
stuff ready
truth?
for the show.
Like that?
Yeah, you're all
Got a
shills.
finger.
Hey, Chad, where's my wrench?
Who are you asking?
You, Chad. You, Chad. I just got to
I-
make sure
I
that's
had
the
to
real
wear
Joe
the one
Cool in
nice.
there.
Nice.
You have a wrench in my channel, don't you?
I know. I'm just fucking with Chad. I'm
Well-
giving Chad some views over here. Leave me alone.
Oh,
one
look at
watch.
this LT
That's me.
man.
And I ain't leaving.
Good to see Chicago representing tonight.
Thank you for what you did, Chad.
And you know, any of you guys need any CBD products or that, don't forget to check out hempforfitness.com. And LT man will hook you up there.
I can hear my dog barking from here back.
Yeah.
He loud.
So what do you think?
Hey, your dog.
When do you think that they're going to lift all these federal restrictions? Because as you know, we have all the provincial restrictions lifted. So now we can travel, we can go into restaurants and shit like that without any problems. But we still have these federal restrictions, so that means that people can't come into our country, and you know, we're losing a lot of tourism right now. So what do you think should happen with that?
I don't know, bro. It's been 3 years now, is it? That these restrictions, we've had these restrictions for 3 years, and we've been hoping
Year
and
three.
hoping and
We're
hoping.
in the third year. Yeah.
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 Hoping that they keep, that they're going to lift them eventually. But ultimately, we know this is a plan schemed up by the World Economic Forum and Bill Gates and the whole works of them. So we don't really know what they're doing. Well, I don't know, ashamed. It's killing our country. I know that. It's already killed our country, guys. I can't even get
Because-
fucking potatoes from PEI anymore, let alone a fucking, Russian vodka down at the liquor store.
Well, they banned Russian vodka from
Yep.
So I don't know why
If I could take pretend's life, I would.
because what they don't realize is that all that fucking alcohol that's already been shipped here is already paid for.
Yeah.
So why not sell it? Why let it sit in your warehouse, take up space? That's something that you've already paid for, and you're going to sit on it because of, don't buy anymore. Absolutely. You don't have to ship anymore, but you shouldn't be banned from fucking selling the product that you already paid for. And they're only doing it because almost all the alcohol is government controlled
Mm.
from the beginning,
Mm-hmm.
and then it's all shipped by one shipping company in Canada, which is the Hudson Bay Wholesalers. They ship all alcohol and tobacco through Canada.
So
All
Hudson's
your
Bay
alcohol and
still is
tobacco
around.
goes. Oh yes.
I didn't know that, man.
Oh yes.
I thought
Yeah, it
Hudson's
is.
Bay was dead.
Yeah.
They just said, here, have the alcohol and tobacco and drugs, and we'll leave you alone. Wow.
No. All the shipping. Hudson Bay was started out as a trading company.
That was our original government, dude. Up here, anyway,
Well,
in British Columbia.
Well, it was your it was your all your trading was
Yep.
done through them.
Yep.
So
they started all the
basically, it
trade
was
posts.
like a government, but it wasn't. But the Hudson Bay Trading Company, yes, it started in Ontario. The Hudson Bay right there.
Yep.
And that's how they got the name, because everything was going up the Hudson. Hudson Bay, Hudson River, and go right into New York and that, right? So
Hudson Bay up here was full-blown government, man. Had courts and everything up here.
Yeah.
And they were actually doing a good job. They were letting the natives in the land take part in government, and then the British government put the boot to Hudson's Bay. And they had trade posts from one side of Canada to the other, man.
And they still do. It's just done differently now. It's done by containers and warehouses.
Yep.
Yeah, they have now
Trucks.
Yeah. Trucks, railroads,
the legitimate stores they can do
ocean.
it now.
They were always big in trade.
Yeah.
Huge. That was their thing.
Well, that's what started places like, how do you think Amazon and fucking Walmart and stuff like that, how they got the idea? It all came from the way that the Hudson Bay did it, was to be able to control things, right? And to this day, they still do. They still work for the government. They still get government funding. So your Hudson Bay store, the Bay, actually, the only reason why it's still around is because it gets federal funding.
Yeah, it's the same as the media, CBC. They're all complete. It's completely funded by the government.
Yeah.
So
I hate the CBC so much.
I mean, at least with some of the other mainstream media, they have other sources they can go through and get income. But the CBC, of course, is all federal, right?
You know what? When City TV first started,
Better Clash.
they actually they did some really great work. Moses Neimer did a total twist in the way that news was brought to people. And that's City TV created really good reporting. And then they went to all this corporate stuff, and then Moses Neimer and Terry David Mulligan, the guy who started Much Music, they got bought out by CTV and Global in a corporate takeover. And then CTV, which is Bell Media, took over most of the specialty stations and that. And Rogers took over the news programming, like the CP24 and that, and the City TV channels. And news since then has gone downhill. We only have three major broadcasters now in Canada. Well, four if you call Rogers a broadcaster, but you got CTV, you got Global, and you got CBC. That's
somewhere
it.
Bell
All
falls.
these channels.
I don't.
All these channels across Canada are owned by one of those three companies.
I left
Or
cable
Rogers.
long ago.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
And to show how much that competing channels work with each other, Bell Media and Rogers are one of the major owners of Maple Leaf Sports and Entertainment.
You do your research, don't you, boy? Fuck.
I'm telling you.
Damn. I have to have you on my show one of these days when we talk about shit like this, man.
Well, I've been doing this for a long time, and I like to get my facts straight. And
For sure,
you
yeah.
know, I did a lot of research on that fucking idiot that we call a prime minister.
What a fuckwit. Well, he did something fucking good, but he did nothing else good. He did fucking nothing else good.
He legalized
only
weed.
Fucking thing he did
He
good
legalized
was this.
weed so that we'd all sit on
He
our
legalized
asses
What else did he
while-
do?
That was the
while
yeah.
he locked us the
Nothing.
fuck down.
Well, he figured that if he legalized
didn't
weed, that
matter.
he'd get us all. He would get us so stoned that he could
Yep.
pass all these laws and we wouldn't
That's
even
right.
know it.
That's what he
But
did.
that's the thing. It never mattered because it
Yeah.
was not going to stop. No matter who wanted to smoke, they were smoking it either way.
Yeah, we were smoking anyway.
He just wanted some government money up in that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wanted his cut. It's
the
just
thing,
like
the thing is though too, and I'll say this from work. I worked in the election in their jet that year, okay, and it was on everybody's platform to legalize. It's just Justin Trudeau was the first to bring it out publicly, so that was his whole running scheme. That was his whole running plan.
Done that shit. I could have
well,
done that.
no,
shit.
there was that, and there was one other major announcement that he'd made, and that's what really helped a lot. And one was to legalize marijuana, and the second was to do a basic income for people that were on disability and old age security, which was a minimum of $1,500 a month. That's what got him elected. He legalized marijuana. They did a test of the basic income in a town, and it found out that it needed less government employees, and then they stopped it. It actually helped the city, and it needed less government employees, so they stopped the program.
Well, isn't it the welfare program and the disability programs and everything that has brought our society out of the severe poverty it was in the past? Now, I don't want to say it's okay to abuse that system. We are part of it. We pay taxes every single day, right? On our fuel, on our smokes. We pay, 40, 50% of our taxes in our job, whatever it is, I think it has lifted certain people out of poverty. I think people do take advantage of it, yes, but I think we are in a better spot than we were 100 years ago, Well, I went on a tangent and forgot what you were talking about, Ashamed. Shit.
We all do that time to time.
But, universal basic income. They are passing a bill in the House now to pass universal basic income across Canada. I think it will do wonders for certain people. I think it will just make the ditch deeper for others, the ones that are addicted to drugs and alcohol and whatnot.
Oh,
and it is what it is, right? We're damned if we do, we're damned if we don't with this system,
Well,
yes, I support the
there
old
should-
fella being able to get disability ashamed. You know what I mean? I
yeah,
do.
exactly. There should be limitations on what it is. Now, if you're on a disability, it means that you can't work anymore.
Yeah.
So you should get that basic income. Or if you're on old age security or something like that. But if you're on welfare and you're able to work, but you're just sitting around doing nothing, then no, I don't believe that they should be getting that 1,500. but
Mhm.
they shouldn't be only getting $567 either.
Fucking get it.
But then to
Yeah.
say, then who's,
It should be around $800 for them.
but who should be the judge of that? Who should be the
Me.
judge to say, you're allowed to collect disability, you look sick, you don't look sick? Who's
Me.
to be
Well,
that
that's
judge?
what
Jason
there is
Gaudette,
a-
that's who. Vote Jason Gaudette for this year's #1 top
Because
judge.
I will do it.
Because he will.
Oh, absolutely! You got my vote, brother.
Well, okay. To give an example, though, most people looking at me would not think I'm disabled, but I am.
Exactly.
I know.
And what if
I
somebody looked
have
at you
learning.
and said, "Oh, you're
I have
not
learning
disabled"?
disability, so
Yeah. There's a lot of unseen disabilities in people, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Exactly.
again, there's that's what the disability board is for, right?
Mhm.
They do have a disability
It's
board.
not easy.
But
It's
I'm
not easy.
saying, right? I'm not saying it's a hard or that it's
No,
an
it's
easy
not.
process, because I had to go through it.
Yeah.
Mind you, it was easy for me.
No,
They gave it to me the first shot, no problem. They didn't say anything. They gave me back payment, everything. They didn't say nothing to me.
Right.
I was one of the lucky ones.
You're one of the lucky ones. Yeah, I was going to say.
I know that for a fact, that I was one of the lucky ones, because I heard thousands of stories. You know, I work for social services. I know what they had to go through. Maybe that's why they made it easy for me, because they know that I know the system. And that, or maybe because it was just because of how bad my fucking health is.
Mm.
But you know, I've seen a lot of people that 90% of the cases are automatically refused. But what you have to do is you have to appeal it. They make you appeal it. And then 85% of the people that appeal the cases get disability.
I know.
But a lot of the people don't even appeal it. They just get mad and they forget about the time limit and everything, and then they forget about it.
Fuck you, government.
Mhm.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
But they don't
Fucking
realize
doctors,
that if
fucking
you
government,
appeal
lawyers.
if you
Yeah.
appeal it and you get a letter from your doctor again, just get your doctor to say, listen, this guy still cannot work as of this date, and you take that and you hand it back into them and appeal it, you'll get it.
Yep.
Almost every time.
Yep.
But what I'm saying, though, is once a person is on disability, they shouldn't have to live on less than $1,000 a month.
Right.
In any province.
Okay, so see, what happens is, look at this situation. You end up on disability, right? And you're in a province like mine where you're allowed to make an extra $500-600 a month. How is somebody on disability going to make an extra $500-600 a month? Well, YouTube would be a great platform for that, wouldn't it? Right?
Well,
but there's so many people on YouTube that are willing to judge you.
Yeah.
And blindly judge your disability because it's based on your looks, you know. Well, like, I'm not saying me, but maybe this is all I can do. Maybe I go try and I work somewhere, but my post-traumatic stress acts up and I can't remember certain things, or I go off into a memory and I end up getting hurt. Or what if somebody, you know, like, there's so many unseen disabilities and everybody's so quick to judge when you're on YouTube. There's many other different ways to make money, of course, on disability, right? Like, do something, create some art, create videos, create music, or sell something, you know, like, there's many different things you can do, right?
Oh, yeah.
Without having to do something physical where you're putting your life in danger or somebody else's life in danger, right? YouTube's just one of them.
And that's why I plan on going out and just taking a lot of pictures. On the talent channel, you may see me put up some videos with just pictures that I've taken through St. John, and that it could be sunrises, it could be sunsets, it could be scenery, it could be me walking through the park.
Yeah.
just different pictures that I've taken, and it's just something that I like to do. So I
That's why I
find it
show you so
calming.
much support. Like I show you a lot of support because I know you from the past. I know how much work you've put into community, and I see you now. You're on government disability, and
Jeez.
you're on YouTube trying to do something. You know, you're trying to get people's names out there, and you're trying to help local
Yeah.
bands, and you're trying to get the truth out there. So you're, of course, one of the number one people that I would back up, and you know, whatever.
And you know, I just there's different people that I would like to sit down and talk with. It's
Right.
not just all about the auditing or
Mhm.
the cop watching.
Right.
There's people out there that I would love to talk to about how they made it big with YouTube.
Right.
You know,
Made,
like
made it big by
there,
starting small.
or some of
Like
the
Jason.
people that are out there that are like, well, there's one girl that I'd love to interview. Her name's Haley Deegan. She drives for the Camping World Truck Series in the NASCAR. She drives the #1 Monster Energy truck. She's a NASCAR driver. She's 21 years old, and I'd love to do an interview with her. She has a YouTube channel. You should see some of the things that her and her boyfriend do. Her boyfriend is also a racer. Drives a lot of midget cars and sprint cars and stuff like that. Great, you know, dirt bike drivers, everything. Like I'd love to do an interview with her. It's not just about the auditing. It's about showing how people what people can do with YouTube. It's not just about doing one thing. There's all kinds of things that you can do on YouTube, and I'd just like to show it to, you know, some of my viewers.
Yeah. Did they close Scotia Speed World down there in Nova Scotia?
It might be open this summer.
Okay. I heard it closed down.
Everything's gonna
It might
open
be
here.
opening
Give it a
up this
couple weeks.
summer, yeah.
Give it a couple weeks.
Actually,
Oh, that shit's opening. Trust me. April 7th.
April 7th.
Even where you're at, it's opening.
Even where you're at.
Yeah.
Not where I'm at. Nothing's opening yet.
I know shit.
Nope.
You're right. It's already open.
Hey, they still make you a swab to come to the Jason.
No, I ain't swap. What?
They still making you a
Wait.
swab to come to the island, Jason?
Nope. Or right now? No, it's ended.
No.
Oh, it's ended. And on
Oh,
the
really?
7th, what's today? April 3rd or something like that. April 4th. On the 7th, everything's fully lifted. No more rules.
Kickoff for
Okay.
Scotia Speedway in Halifax is on Saturday, May 21st with the East Coast International Pro Stock Tour season opener. Sunday, May
Nice.
22nd.
Right on. Good to see the place still going.
And then some schedule highlights include the return of monster trucks who are slated to appear August 5th to 7th. The All-Star Sportsman Series will debut appearance on July 16th. East Coast Pro Stock Tour makes 4 appearances there. Classic Vintage Car Racing Series and Hot Car. East Coast Mini Stock Tour. Like, there's lots of going on there this summer, so... yeah, it starts May 21st, 22nd, the 27th, June 3rd, June 10th, all kinds of shit, every weekend at Scotia Speed World. in Halifax.
Right on.
So I guess it's open.
Good stuff.
Awesome. All right, you're gonna hop out of here.
And that
All right.
advertisement was not paid for by them, by the way.
I'm still living you both.
Great
wish.
place to go if you want to
If they
watch
want to
stock
send us
car
money
racing,
for
though,
free advertisement, we'll take it, eh, Ash?
in Nova Scotia.
Yeah.
East Coasters things.
Oh,
yeah,
yes.
definitely. Yes, yeah. It
Oh.
is.
Oh. Yeah.
We lost
Do you
you.
remember the old Onslow Speedway?
No, too
That's
young for that.
Yeah, that was there before Scotia Speedway opened up. But that's where my dad used to race, and he taught me how to race midget cars there.
Okay.
When I was 10, I started driving a midget car.
You know what I miss from
Little-
down there, man? The old exhibitions
little-
that they used to have with
Oh,
the
yes.
animals and the big fairs, and they had the tractor.
Well, they took it out of
pulls.
this. They took it out of the city, and they moved it to a park. They built a park there out on Prospect.
Yeah, Exhibition Park. Yeah, but it's not like it used to be, though, dude.
No, it used to be
The
right
only
downtown
one-
in the square. Like,
Wow.
Oxford.
I remember the old.
Oxford, Nova Scotia is the closest that I could probably direct you to if you wanted to go to one that was similar if they were this way.
Right, they were called the
'Cause
X.
they still-
I think they were.
Yeah, they still have their exhibition every year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know Musquodoboit Harbor used to have a big X, and they canceled theirs a long time ago. Middle Musquodoboit had one, but they canceled theirs. Truro had a great big one. I don't know if they still do it or not.
I don't know if they do or don't.
Annapolis
I
Valley
know-
had a great big one with their Apple Blossom Festival.
They still
Remember
do
that?
the Apple
That was a
Blossom
big one.
Festival.
That was
Oh yeah,
awesome.
that was a big one. I went to
You
a
drink
couple
apple
times. I
cider
went
for the whole
to a
weekend.
couple times.
see, that's
I went to
where
it a couple times.
I'd love to be this in the next couple of weeks or so, is to be able to go down into the Annapolis Valley, because you know, the end of the month is when apple blossom season starts.
Yeah.
So I would love to be there to see,
Oh,
because
man.
there's parts in you know, I remember living in Berwick for a while, and we used to go to Kentville and Wolfville and that, and you just see the trees hug over top of the streets, and
Beautiful.
just
Windsor.
Yeah.
Windsor, or not
Yes.
Windsor.
Yeah.
Is it Windsor? No. Sorry. What's the name of that tiny little town just where Acadia University is?
Wolfville.
That's it. Beautiful little
Yeah.
town.
I went to a school that's for learning disabled down there called Landmark East. I lived there for a year, and I also dated a girl from Kentville. So, at one point in time, when I was living in Halifax, so I was down that area quite a lot. Actually, the year I was there, when I was at the school, Colin James was the big performer for the Apple Blossom Festival that year.
Oh yeah.
He's a friend of mine, eh? I'm
Is
trying
he?
to get him on the show.
I lived in Waterville for 2 years, less a day.
Provincially, eh?
Yeah.
And then the year I was dating the girl in the that lived in the valley, it was Great Big Sea.
Nice.
Yeah, they were quite entertaining to see.
I know Colin James very well. Even when Colin James played in Moncton a few years ago, there, when me and my wife were still together, you know, he'd called me up and centered me out on stage, and that right at the Canada Day Festival there. In 2011, I was in St. Catharines, and I had the ice cream company at the time, and he called me out there, and I ended up going up on stage and playing one song with them. So
That must have been something else, man.
yeah,
Wow.
I've a lot of people don't know it, but like I played drums for over 40 years. So I used to play at Harvest House all the time. We had a band through there, did backup drumming for them.
Whatever happened to Conrad, you know?
He went back to doing his thing with the oil rigs and that, and
Oh,
never seen him again.
cool.
Yeah, and man, I just couldn't believe the state of that building, man. If you seen that building now, what's truth, you'd be shocked.
Wrote right off, I imagine. The weather got to it. Yeah.
Well, you know the kitchen,
Yeah.
you know the window in
I
the
know the
back.
kitchen well, yeah.
Yeah, you know the window in the kitchen. Well,
Yeah.
there's a tree that literally grew right through that and fucking
Oh, yeah.
broke that whole wall out and everything.
Once the moisture gets in there, man, all the paint's going to peel. Everything's, yeah.
Oh no, there's paint. There's no fucking wall.
Oh, yeah.
It literally,
I
the
mean, the
wall's
rest of the
gone.
building. Yeah.
Oh yeah, like there's black mold through the whole place.
Oh,
It's all, there was water, almost 3 feet deep in the basement.
wow.
Like the whole kitchen was flooded and everything. That whole area, the dorms, everything were all flooded.
Well, some good times were had there, man. Tell you
I'm
that.
telling you.
Yeah. A lot of saved men left those doors. I know that much. So
Yeah,
I guess it served its purpose for, you know.
there was a guy there, a young kid. You may even remember him. Well, he was a really big kid, a heavy set kid, 18, 19. And he went down there and he was wanting help and that. And then he started getting lippy. And I said, listen, you came down here to get help. So if you want the help, you got to listen to what we're saying to you.
Mm.
You can't just go off and do whatever you want and talk back and not take in what we're trying to tell you. Or there's no sense being here. And if you're going to be like that, and with your attitude, you can walk the fuck down to the ferry and you can get on it and you can leave.
I did.
And he goes,
I sure did.
You know, I tried everything talking to him and that.
He came
And
back,
then-
eh?
I went and talked to him outside. He started walking and that, and then I went out and I talked him into coming back.
There was a few people that left and came back.
Mm.
It was a good spot. Of course they came back.
Yeah.
You get clean there, so of course you're going to come back. One thing that kept everybody clean ashamed was not allowing them to doctor. That was one thing. Like you had to have a staff with you when you were at a doctor, and they were not to prescribe you nerve pills or antipsychotics or pain medication of any kind. So unless you were like really, really in pain, of course they allowed that, but that was monitored, you know. So you had to get control of that stuff, and it helped. It helped. Oh, because you get these people that make excuses when they come into rehab, and they're like, "Oh, I need my pain medication. I need my nerve pills. I need them. You don't. You'd be fine.
You know who would really? We need to be able to open that place up again and grab these people that are in fucking Ottawa and put them through a fucking rehab.
Ottawa's a mess.
I'm talking like Justin Trudeau and all those guys.
Oh yeah. Well, no, don't let them go somewhere. Put them in jail.
No, well, put them through that first, and then fail them, and then put them in jail.
Make them fix it for free and then put them in jail.
Exactly. But
Well, I'll
you
say
got
it
to
this
put.
way: there were two sides up there. I mean, this is the thing I'll tell you as an independent journalist. Always, there's always more than one side of the story. I mean, yes, you had the people that were there at the protest. Then you had the other side of the protesters that wanted us gone. Then you had then you had the government and the police, which kind of fell into the same camp. Really, I mean, but I will say this for the police: they were very respectful and they were very supportive. And there were times that, like for example, one of the times the march that they did around Ottawa into Quebec and then back. There was a person that was an anti-protest person that was stuck in his car trying to get across the street. He got stuck in the middle of the street as the protest was walking by. So I just kind of helped out, and because the police couldn't get through because they were behind him, and they didn't realize he was there because they didn't see him. I happened to see him when I was coming up the road, so I just kind of stopped and helped, and the police said thank you to me. So, I mean, just go to show you that, they do respect when somebody does something good for them as well, because they couldn't get there because they were stuck behind the guy where they had parked their cars. They were just, they
Hey,
had made a mess for themselves.
and like a lot of people get cop watchers and auditors wrong. Okay, for one thing, nobody is out there to harm a good cop. We're
Yeah.
out there looking for those good cops.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is that we can't find those good cops. And if they would understand and realize that when you have a cop watcher at a fucking traffic stop, that's just another objective camera to show that you're
Yeah.
not doing anything wrong and that you're doing your job properly. And if possible, it could be used in court to help you. They don't realize that. All they have to do is go onto the internet and they'll find these videos to show it.
Mm-hmm.
And if they were to actually start respecting the law, respecting cop watchers, and actually let them just do their job, that
Well, I mean,
they would get a lot more respect, and they might actually start getting help by saying, "Hey,
and
listen, I have the video of what just happened. Do you want it to help you? Because we know that this person did wrong."
yeah.
You know,
Well, okay, to give you an example, okay, like everybody below one of the channel, I can't remember what channel it was off the top of my head, but somebody came out with this. And this was somebody that was following the whole thing. Okay, they'd come out and they used footage from a scene saying about it being this person attacked for certain reasons. Anyway, it was. I actually said something to Canadian Rights Review, who had posted shared the link, and I told them that was an arrest that was actually requested by the organizers of the Freedom Rally. It was a gentleman that was causing problems. He had actually other death threats to people, and actually had tried to swing a crowbar at somebody that I knew. So he was escorted out of where he was parked by the police. I was actually the day it was filmed. I actually have footage of it, so it was one of the pieces of footage.
but it just police in the States. There's shows that are out there. Look at the show Cops. Even though
Yeah.
most of it's staged or deleted and shit like that just to make them look good, when you got Live on Patrol and that, a lot of that's fucking censored. But there's film crews that go out with cops. and they know that they're being filmed. If you got an auditor or a cop watcher there, just think of it as a live reality show and just do your job professionally and you'll get the support that you need. They put the target on their backs by this qualified immunity and by these fucking police unions. They keep going into these labor negotiations, and the first thing that comes out of their mouth is officer safety.
Yeah.
The first thing that should be coming out of their mouth is we are here for public safety. We are here to put us in the line of fire if needed. That's what we're here for.
There were some. I'll say it this way, from the point of view of of somebody that was there from day one on the Hill. As for the police, they were pretty much the ones that were there for the most part during the first little bit, where before the Emergency Measures Act was invoked. The ones that were there from day one, they pretty much didn't show up for work those 3 days. Like, a lot of them took a leave of absence.
Wow.
So,
Oh yeah.
Not to change the subject, but has anybody seen Slow Burner lately?
I seen him over on AFA there 2 days ago.
yeah,
Okay.
same here.
All right.
Hmm.
Good.
Hey, listen, Chad, you okay here for a couple minutes? I just got to step outside.
Yeah, go ahead, man.
It's
No, you're not allowed, man.
It's 4:20 somewhere, so
Oh, yeah.
420 right here all the time, brother.
I'm telling you. But I'll be right back, guys.
Official member of Southside Gang Worldwide, baby. Pick it, pack it, roll it, poke it, drink it, smoke it.
I just finished a bowl here a few minutes ago, so.
Nice.
But yeah, it was quite the experience, and well, do you follow Rebel News at all? What's Truth?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Okay, so you know who Alexa is, right?
Yes.
French-
the woman
the
that
French
was tear
blonde.
gassed in the crotch.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that happened. My attack happened. I got attacked on the Hill as well. My
Wow.
attack was literally 25 minutes before hers.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Now, see, I can share your pain, brother, because I've been to little protests, but little protests use the same tear gas canisters, and they fucking hurt. And you'll never
Well-
forget the feeling of the gas all over your arms and your face and in your nose and your eyes.
Well,
Your eyes
they
are watering, and
with the tear gas aspect, they had fired it onto the crowd, so we were already pretty much tear gassed, and then they took us. The guy had taken a swing at the at my camera, and I had it, the strap around my neck, so I let
Mhm.
go of the camera, and there was a young lady that was standing beside me that was just politely talking to the police the same as I was, and anyway, so she had her arm around my waist, and I had my arm around hers. I just took her arm off of me and just pushed her back into the line behind me with the truckers, and they
Yeah.
pulled her through. And then as the cops were dancing on me, two guys in the truck line just grabbed me and pulled me through.
Wow.
Like,
Yeah,
literally, and I felt the breeze of the stick going across my hands.
Yeah, ouch.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ouch is right. Jeez, man.
And then literally I'm hearing
So you're
buddy-
a veteran. You're a veteran like me now and ashamed now.
Oh.
You've been beat down, buddy. You got the
oh yeah. Oh yeah. Well, I mean, the thing is, even doing the live that I did with Ash there on the Friday night, when the young fella came in with the peppers that had been pepper sprayed or tear gassed, I don't remember which, but anyway, whichever one it was. I mean, like, we had about 7 or 8 of them all show up all around that time frame, so it was just your eyes just started burning and everything like that, and I was just like, holy jokers.
wow.
So I was well prepared for it when it happened on the Hill to myself. I had a little more cohesion, but the hardest part for me was watching the two guys that grabbed me getting grabbed by the cops and be pulled into what we call the vacuum.
The vacuum. Yeah.
Well, what it would be, okay, you'd have the guys.
It's when when you get sucked into the cops, right? And
Yeah.
thrown into the
Well,
paddy wagon.
well, basically how it worked, okay, is you start out at the front of it. You get beat. This is where you get beat by the cops.
Hmm.
Okay, so these are the thugs that are there that just want to beat people.
Yep.
Okay,
The
and
Gustavo's. Yep.
then you get pushed into the next wave of guys that are a little more. I don't want to be here, but I'm doing I'm doing this, but I'm gonna make it look good. That'll beat you up a little more. Then they
Yep.
throw you. Then they throw you to the next
The
batch of guys. Are
gauntlet.
like,
Yeah.
hey, how's it going? You okay? Okay, here, go this way with me. Come with me, and then they take you. They drop you off. They drop people. They literally drop them off outside of Ottawa somewhere and tell them that they you know have X
Can't
amount
come
of
back.
X amount of days to get your belongings and get out.
Wow.
Blah blah blah, whatever. If you were staying in a hotel, you have X amount of days to get your belongings out. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
That sort of thing, right?
Well, people
Or
said it.
Airbnb or whatever. Because there were
People
people
said
that
it.
actually were staying, like had staying at places, right? So.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then, of course, there were great citizens as well of Ottawa that opened their homes to everybody.
I was wondering that. I was wondering
And
that.
I will also say this. I'll clarify this for a lot of people as well. Is that everybody thinks, oh, it was the truckers. It was the truckers. No, it was more than just the truckers, because if you think about it, for every truck that you saw on that hill, there were 4 to 5 four-wheelers. Now people are going to say, what's a four-wheeler? Well, a four-wheeler is what they call anything that's a other vehicle other than an 18-wheeler. So you got trucks, like half-ton trucks,
Okay.
Suburbans, vans, cars,
Okay.
Jeeps, that sort of thing. Anything like that, they call it a four-wheeler.
Right.
So there were 4 to 5 of those for every one truck, or for every truck. So it was a very large community. I mean, that was the thing.
It's something we'll never forget, man. We'll never forget. My kids
Oh,
will never
no.
forget. It's pretty sad. My kids love the truckers, man, and they supported them through the whole thing. And they went and they met a few, and then they had no choice but to watch everybody get beat down in Ottawa and get trampled by horses, and
Yeah.
it broke their hearts with the
Oh, yeah.
relationship that they had with the police. Because just 2 years ago, we went to a park in Vancouver, and a couple cops pulled up on some four-wheelers. They were the public relations cops that went around the parks and said hi to everybody, and they stopped to say hi to the kids, and the kids were really nervous, but the cops kind of broke that barrier with them and got down to their level and was talking to them and let them on the bikes, and they totally blew that when they did that to the people in Ottawa, man, when the kids witnessed that. So that's what Justin Trudeau's doing to the future children. I mean, he's breaking their
Oh,
hearts.
yeah. Oh, yeah, he is. And I
Yep.
mean,
And that's who matters here.
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
100%.
No, I agree.
They're the only ones that matter here. Is our
Yeah.
children, our future,
Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely, for sure.
Yep.
And I mean, the thing is, I mean, like, I think I heard here in Nova Scotia, they're still asking the kids to wear masks in schools.
Yeah.
I'm like, really?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, groom them so they're used to it for the next batch. Wow.
I mean, I could cover it on YouTube till it comes out of my eyeballs, but that it ain't changing anything. I feel,
Yeah. No, it's not. It's just
No.
keeping it going in the
It's
same
not where
thing.
the fight has to be. The fight has to
No.
be at Parliament. It has to be where it was. It has to be at all the parliaments, all the government office buildings,
Well, yeah.
the media. I mean,
Well, it's the thing is though too. I mean, it's going. I foresee that it's going to be happening. It's just
has to.
getting it all coordinated and having the right people there to coordinate it. That's the thing.
I think it'll pick up now that it's getting nicer out and it's springtime. I hear some
Yeah.
bikers or something are on their way to Ottawa and
Yeah.
Vancouver Island.
Yeah. The end of the month. So the 29th to the 31st, basically, be the weekend. They'll be out by the Sunday.
Mm,
They'll be out before the Sunday, but it's like I think it's the 29th and 30th that they have the biker one.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah.
yeah, there's only 30 days in this month, isn't there?
Yeah.
I hope this is one of the years I get to go back to Vancouver Island, and I hope there's something going on there.
Well, this is another fucking year that I'm stuck in fucking New Brunswick.
Yeah.
Because I can't get the trailer for another year. So
Well, I've just been kind of keeping myself here and going through and reviewing footage and trying to get stuff edited through and
Yeah.
things like that. And it's been tricky to do because, well,
What are you having problems with?
oh no, it was just being stubborn. I figured what it was. I watched the YouTube video and figured out what the problem was.
Ah,
So I got it fixed. So
good.
I'll be probably working on that a little bit during this week and the next. So, and then maybe I don't know. Might be getting a message from somebody that might be heading that way to back up. So I don't know. I may have a chance to go back up again. Who knows? It's up in the air.
Yeah. Well, always up in the air, man.
Oh, I had somebody message me a little while ago that said they might be going back up.
To Ottawa, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay. And where are you trying to get to with a trailer, Ashamed? Where are you going with a trailer? What
the
trailer?
Okay. The Okanagan.
Oh, gotcha.
But my brother needs a trailer for another year because he's building a cabin right now. Oh, where'd Chad go? He kicked himself out.
Oh no.
He's building a cabin there, and where he was building his cabin was part of the landslide went into his foundation and everything and wiped out the two walls that he put up.
Mm-hmm.
He just put up the two walls, and then Chad, are you there? Hold on here.
Got internet issues.
Oh, 1 second. I think someone's at my door.
Oh.
1 minute.
Okay.
Oh.
Hey, you only had a few packages on them, so he gave you $2 and $10 back.
That's fine.
Okay.
Yep, great. Thanks, man.
You might have more tomorrow.
Okay,
All right, have a good night.
thanks.
The joys of being just a little more than a co-host.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I had to get some smokes delivered there.
So Canadian Kevin says, okay, I got new content up. I don't know if you guys seen it or not. I don't think I'm subscribed to Canadian Kevin.
Let me go over here. Oh man, I hate when I gotta wait for YouTube to.
What's this link in the private chat back here from the Chad?
Oh, that was something I was going to talk about for the show when we were on topic about Ottawa. To give you the example of that was a live stream that I actually did myself in Ottawa on my own channel. A couple people caught it. CRR Canadian Rights Review. He caught it. I think you were in there too. Actually,
I think I caught the end of it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Holy
that was the one.
fuck.
I'm
sorry.
What's going on, Ashamed?
I'm just waiting for my chat to catch up here, and the people that are chatting in the Ashamed Canadian channel is like,
yeah,
wow.
you've got a lot. You've got a lot in this shit. You've got a lot on yours.
Okay, so Canadian Kevin was Canadian Lad. I got you.
I'm just seeing if he was on my channel or.
I'm not sure.
He's
You know,
probably on your.
well, that's why I'm waiting. I'm still waiting for my chat to catch up. Because when you switch over, when it, even though I have YouTube open right now, if I switch over to StreamYards, it basically pauses the chat and everything. And then when I go back, it restarts it again. But then I gotta move the cursor up to it's I
Yeah.
don't know. It's weird, but I'm trying to. Where is it? Oh, I think we're caught up in the chat here. It stopped and I don't see him. So maybe he's on a different channel. Lots from Live Scorpio, Tiffany, John Hobbs, PC Audits. No, he must be on Chad's channel.
Is he?
Let me take a look. No, Canadian Kevin's
Oh,
in.
no, here he is.
Shamed. Yeah, right here.
Yeah, I see him now. I did subscribe to you. Oh, cool.
Oh, there's fuck off. Nice. How you been, fuck off? Working hard, Hope. How you doing, buddy?
I want to go here first.
Told all the boys at ACs we gotta drag you into the kitchen one of these nights to get you on a panel, buddy. Yeah, that's what I've been hearing. You've been working your ass off, buddy. Good stuff, dude.
Oh, yeah. Canadian Kevin. I'm subscribed to him.
Yeah, that was Canadian lad.
Wow. Oh, okay. He's got 13 subscribers. We got to help him out, man. Come on, guys.
I subbed him. I helped a brother out. I did, for sure.
You know what? Let's go like this.
Next 2 days, he'll be joining. That's right on, buddy.
Oh, wrong spot.
I've just been learning how to make cartoons, guys. It's been fun stuff. I always wanted to make a cartoon.
I sucked at animation.
I haven't got into real animation yet, but just simple cartoons through Adobe. You can get this program called Adobe Character or something like that, and it gives you a whole bunch of different puppets that you can track with your camera. It'll track your body so you can move the arms and the feet and the head and the mouth and lip sync. It's pretty cool.
You know what, Kevin?
There you go. Everybody, please subscribe to Kevin.
There's Kevin's channel, and I just gave Kevin a wrench to my channel. So now he can post his link whenever he needs to, and actually, let's see if I can.
I love how slow YouTube is sometimes. Hey, I know Canadian Kevin. I do believe. I think I met him. I do recall. He looks familiar. I think I met. Were you in Ottawa, Canadian Kevin?
There. And then I just put it out across all 3 channels. I forgot I can do that from here. I don't have to do it on YouTube.
I think when I went over to his channel and was looking at his face, like his picture on one of his videos, it looked like I think I met him in Ottawa. He looks familiar. His face looked familiar to me.
Yeah, Dad is a killer, Kevin. A killer.
And you know what? I was just talking about that with somebody else about 4 days ago or so. Do you know that Canada has the highest data rates in the world?
Wow. It's almost better to just go and record these events and come home with them rather than live stream
Mhm.
shitty quality
Right.
and pay out gas for data.
Yeah,
Well, that's
because
pretty much what I did.
Yeah.
we pay something like what to work out
I had to pay $50 for
12
8 gigs.
12 something for 1 hour of data.
Wow.
It is $12.80 or something like that in Canada, and in the UK or in Australia, it's something like 80 or 83 cents or something like that.
Wow.
It's just disgusting how even in the States it's the second highest, and it's still $4 cheaper or something for data.
I get 4 gigabytes of data with my phone a month, and when I went over filming the rallies, live streaming the rallies, I had to pay $50 for an extra 8 gigs.
Oh yeah,
Retarded.
yeah, and that's a good deal.
Still
Because
didn't
it's
feel like a
usually
good deal.
it's usually $10 a gig.
Didn't feel like a good one.
Yeah, it was outrageous. Some of the people on the hill were telling me what they were paying for data, and it was just outrageous.
Yeah.
I mean, they were corner stores were making a lot of corner stores that stayed open that were were supportive and things like that.
Mm.
They were making a killing on I talked to one shop owner. I was in this place. We're having coffee and breakfast at this guy's place one day, and this was like after it was all over with, and it was a couple days after, and we were sitting in this guy's shop, and I'd been in the guy's shop once and got a coffee, right? But that was about it. But he was a really nice gentleman. He stayed open, was very supportive of the whole thing during the rally, and didn't care if people wore masks or not in his shop. And he was just a really nice, down to earth guy. And it was interesting. It was interesting. There was a lot of shopkeepers that were they stayed open. That like the Iconic. I mean, everybody's heard about the Iconic being shut down because he didn't pay his rent. I mean, like, come on, like how lame is that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe I ran into you, Canadian Kevin.
All
I
right,
do
fellas.
recall.
I'm gonna hop down here. It's been a pleasure.
Well, thank you so much for stopping by. What's truth?
Yes, what's
Hey,
truth?
no
It
problem.
was.
No problem. Been a pleasure. Have a good night, guys. Have a good night, chat.
You too. Canadian Kevin says, "Hold on, he's going to switch to his laptop." But yeah, I do believe actually, I did meet Canadian Kevin on the hill because he said he was in Ottawa. So I met quite a few quite a few YouTubers and nice other people that were there that were
Here you go.
reporting the event. as it happened.
Okay. The report tracked more than 40 countries to find the minimum cost needed to acquire a 4G cell phone plan with at least 100 gigabytes of mobile data per month. Canada was by far the most expensive at around $144.
Wow, $144 for data overall, highest in Canada. Wow,
Over 44 countries.
yeah, over 44 countries. Wow.
So, there's places like Zimbabwe and pretty much third world countries like that have really expensive data plans, right? And for a reason. It shouldn't be like that, but it is. But out of 40 countries, and you know that it's there's another report out that out of the 28 countries that it 20, and they're talking like the UK, Switzerland, Ireland, like all these great countries, Australia, Japan, China are all in the top this 28, and Canada tops the highest for data plans, even over China.
Yeah, no, isn't that weird? Like, things that make you go, only in Canada, eh?
Yeah, and there's still in Parliament right now trying to pass his Bill C-11 to limit our free speech on the internet, and
well, I'll say it this way: I've been kind of following it a lot lately because it does affect us as well, right? What we can and can't say.
Yeah,
I mean, the thing is, I'll say it this way: for anyone who's there taking pictures and video and anything like that, there's tons of video footage has yet to been seen the light of day.
But the way that it's been proposed, or at least it was when it was first proposed, and the way that lawyers had talked to me about it, was that if the bill went through the way it was proposed, that the videos of me calling Justin Trudeau out would have to come down.
Yeah.
And if I put any more up, I could get that up to a year on house arrest with an ankle bracelet.
Yeah.
And if I break that house arrest, then I can get up to a year in jail. Just for criticizing, for calling him out, calling him a bitch and shit like that, like I usually do.
Yeah, well, it's the same thing with me. Anything times I called him out in any of my footage, I'd have to make sure I edit that out, right?
Yeah, but
because there's time. I mean, I was watching.
This is what I'm trying to get at. We shouldn't have to. That's our freedom of speech.
No, I agree, but
we're not saying that we want to bring them out and hang them from a tree or something like that. And I'm by no way am I saying like that, but maybe get the fuck out of the country and shit like that. I'd like to beat them to a pulp and then tell them to get the fuck out of the country. I'm not trying to say that I want him dead or anything like that. By no means. I don't want that by anybody. But I would like to put a beating on him like he's put on us.
Oh, yeah. I mean...
But I would like to put a physical beating on the mental beating that he's been putting on us. And trying to take over and change this into a dictatorship. When the world gets up and 90% of the people in that fucking conference gets up and walks out. And then the 10% that are left there are sitting there so that they can criticize you on how much of a dictator you are. And then they say CBC says that you get a standing ovation. Well, yeah, when they heard that Justin Trudeau was coming up to talk, they got up and they walked out. That was a standing ovation. They literally walked out. 90% of the delegates that were there
Yeah.
walked out. And the 10% that were there criticized him on how bad of a dictator he is.
Yeah, exactly. Oh yeah.
Oh, who's this?
Hey, Kevin.
Hold on a minute here.
Quick, show your face, Kevin.
Hold on 1 second here. Where is it?
Are you gonna grab one of the things? Well, I'd recognize his face before I recognize his voice. So
Oh, is it coming up? Well, there. Are you there, Kevin?
I should be. Hello?
Hello?
hello.
Hey. Am I here?
Hey.
Yep,
You're
yep,
here.
yep. I just put this up because we don't know you, and we just didn't want to get porn bombed, so we just wanted to make sure it was you first.
Yeah.
Here, let me bring this down. There we go. So, how are you?
How do I hold on? How do I mute StreamYard?
Oh, mute your
Your
YouTube.
YouTube.
Okay, is that better?
Yeah.
Yeah. There we go.
No, Chad, no, I was not in Ottawa. That was a complete typo. No.
Okay.
No.
Okay. No, when I was looking at when I went over to your channel, I was looking at it like I've seen him before. Where have I seen him before? When I asked if it,
I am subscribed to Zot. I've been in his a number of times.
okay.
So.
Oh, Zot. Yes.
Yeah, he hasn't streamed in a couple of days.
Yeah, that's where I probably know you from because I met Zot when he was on the hill.
Hold on.
I think Zot was on the hill, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He got arrested.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, I actually there's a couple times that he was streaming and he had guests, so I've been on a number of times.
Okay, that's probably where I recognized you from.
Yeah, but no, the rally went pretty good. We were actually expecting a little more of a turnout, but you know, it was what it was. But it still went well.
Yeah.
Now, what part of Canada are you in, Kevin?
I'll tell you exactly. I really don't give a fuck. I'm in Belleville, Ontario.
Oh, okay. I used to work at the Dollar Tree there briefly.
Yeah. That's over by. I think we had that discussion before in the chat.
Yeah.
Because I'm just.
And I live like you go to the end of the plaza there.
Yeah, I know exactly where it is.
And you turn right and you walk down that street, and on the left-hand side there's an apartment building, and that's where I lived. I can't remember the street name for the life of me.
Yeah, you're still going up Bridge West. I kind of know where you're talking about. Probably Palmer or something like that.
No, that doesn't sound right, but
Somewhere in that area. I have an idea where you're talking about. Over by the fairgrounds.
I believe so.
Yeah. Where are you from, Chad?
I'm from I'm from Amherst, Nova Scotia.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you were in Ottawa?
I was in Ottawa. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I started
I
a new job tomorrow, so I'm just popped on for a couple minutes, and I figure I'd pop up and say hi.
Well, thank you for sure. Definitely.
I don't know if Tiffany or What's Truth are still in here, but I'm in the works of a surprise for them both.
Ah.
I'm not mentioning what, but yeah.
Hopefully hopefully you'll enjoy it.
There's actually a couple things I want to do for them both and Zot. Hey, did you meet Dave when you were in Ottawa?
Dave?
Yeah, live from the shed.
Yes, I did.
Mhm.
Yeah.
They're doing an Ontario tour, eh?
Yes. Yes, I had. I was actually I had been approached to join them on it, but I had already committed to going on the Eastern convoy that we came back to the East Coast. So
Oh, okay. Yeah. I don't know if they're coming to Belleville or not, but
I don't know for sure. So can't really say.
yeah, the one day I was in his stream, I kept asking, but he wasn't really replying. So, and then I tried to find a website. I'm like, I can't find the damn thing. All what was just coming up for me. It was his YouTube channel. Every time I typed it in.
Yeah, he's been doing what he's been doing a lot lately. I've been following him a bit. So what he's been doing a lot lately mostly is just interviews with people that were there. So and then the odd time where they were doing a tour. They were doing a tour they're picking spots at certain times when there's something going on. Like for example, I would say they're going to probably if they're doing Belleville, they'll figure something out at some point. You know, I'm not that connected. Like I said, they had asked me to go on the team because Jacko and Sam and I we're pretty chummy crew. I was usually right near Jacko a lot of times when he was doing some live streams. So
Yeah. What the frick was his name? Was it not Chubbs? Who was that Romanian guy? I can't even think of it. Zot interviewed him quite a bit
yeah, I know
at
what
the
you mean.
beginning.
Are you talking about Travel Fund 69?
No.
No. We're talking about the Romanian truck driver.
Was it
Oh.
Chumba? Chumba? Maybe it was
Is
Are you talking about the poor guy that died? He was
no.
no. This guy's Romanian, originally from Romania.
Yeah, I know who you mean. Yeah. Um, he was with I can't remember I think he was a truck driver if I remember correctly. Anyway,
Yeah, he was.
and he had parked his truck. He got his truck. He'd come in, and he didn't. Basically, the thing was is he was so overwhelmed, and he was the really, in all honesty, he was the ambassador for pretty much a lot of the interviews. There's a lot of interviews with him. you know, and everybody just loved him. He was an amazing guy, and I can hear his name. I could hear his name at one of the rallies I was at that we had after down in Smithsville when I was down there.
Yeah. He took quite the beating from the cops, though.
Oh yeah, he did. I actually was there when he was talking about it at the rally.
North Front Street.
Huh? Oh, pardon?
North Front Street.
Oh, at that end. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, what's his name?
North, yeah, right by the highway and everything. There's a Canadian Tire and Bell Road.
Oh, Bell Boulevard.
Yeah, Bell Boulevard.
That's where we had the rally today. Was we were on Canadian Tire, but we were walking on the sidewalk.
Yeah.
And
But,
Lauren and Corey were the ones on the megaphones.
Yeah. But the apartment that I lived in was on the next block over, which was on North Park Street.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah. But I'm looking forward to next Sunday. I actually so I had 2 gigs of data today. And after I got done, I checked. I was like at 247 megabytes left.
How long did you use it for? Like an hour?
Well, I was in between Facebook, Instagram, and then.
Oh, yeah. That'll do it.
Yeah.
Switching back and forth and downloading messages and updates and shit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I find that even when you're watching videos on YouTube, if you're like, sometimes I'll go for a walk, and my
Casbah.
phone it has
Casbah. That was his name, Casbah.
Oh, Casbah.
Casbah.
Yeah.
That was his name, Casbah. I had to look it up.
But sometimes I'll go for a walk, and instead of using the radio that's on the phone, because you get really shitty reception, right?
Yeah.
You got to use your headphones as an antenna, and it has to be plugged in. And I got a shitty phone. I'm still trying to get it replaced, but I just can't afford it. So.
My phone's shitty too, bro. I only have an LG. Thank you.
Well, that's better than the one that I have. I have the cheapest smartphone on the market. It costs $90 at Walmart. Like, it's.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, it's one of those Alcatel ones.
Okay. Yeah.
So, like, the radio doesn't even work that well. So what I'll do is I'll go for a walk, and because I have, for a while I used to get 3 gigs of data, right? So I'd go for a walk, and I'd fucking listen to YouTube videos, and that I put on one of the playlists that I have, and go for a walk, listen to tunes. Well, I come back an hour and a half later. At a 3 gigs, I might have 350 megabytes left.
Yeah.
Because those videos, it goes by the size of the video now that you're watching, and some of the videos take a lot of juice out of you. So
yeah, I do want to go live on my phone on YouTube, but you need 1,000 subscribers.
No, you don't. I proved that wrong already. I don't even have 1,000 subscribers on any of my channels yet.
What the heck are you using that? You're going live on YouTube without 1,000.
You don't need 1,000. You only need, I think, 25 to go live. Yeah, I think you need 50 to go on mobile.
Well, that's what I mean is my phone.
Yeah, you only need 500 subscribers to get a community page.
Okay.
So, and that's one of the reasons why I like doing shows like this is, to help out other YouTubers and that and get their name out there. Hopefully they'll get a couple more subscribers and that and, pass the word along. And
Yeah, I just jumped to 16 subscribers.
well,
I was at 13.
well, that's cool. I did post Canadian Kevin's link in the in here, so please everybody go over and hit him up and help him out.
Yeah, I used to do content just for like games I used to play, like FIFA. But after just this convoying, and I've been trying to set myself up of going to the rallies every Sunday. Well, with my new job now, I could do that because I don't have to work weekends. Where in the past I was working weekends, I could go. Well, today I finally went. I was supposed to go last weekend, and what happened was Mr. Stupid Bonehead here ended up going to the bar with a buddy. I said, I'm not staying long. Yeah, right.
Another way that you can go live is the way that we're doing it right now is you create yourself a free StreamYard account. You get 20 hours a month for free.
What?
If you want anything more, if you want to be, you only get to have 6 people up on panel at a time, and there's limited things that you can do. But it's a good way to start. It's the way I started, and
It's the way I started too.
yeah,
What's
I mean,
it called again? Sorry.
it's called StreamYard.
StreamYard.
Oh, I got an account on StreamYard. Yeah.
Okay, so what you do is you just hook your account up to your YouTube channel, and whenever you go live, just go live through StreamYards.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't matter how many subscribers you have, and it'll probably help you get a lot more subscribers too, because you're live out there already, right?
Yeah, it's definitely helped us both out. That's for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, for example, with O'Shane Canadian, he had if you look on his videos, one of his live streams, it's he was actually arrested in his own home by the police, and that takes place in the first 15 minutes of the video at the most. I'm being generous.
9.
Yeah, first 9 minutes. The rest of the live stream is just his bedroom. That's all it is until he comes back in the next day. After he got out, after everybody
with the police again.
Yeah, exactly.
AMC, thank you for the sub, bro. I much appreciate it. I'm still new to all this streaming on YouTube.
Yeah. Well, there's many of us out here that are veterans that'll always give you a hand if you need it too. If we see you are live and we come up, you want us to come up on your stream, we'll definitely help you out anytime. That's what we a lot of us try to do.
Yeah.
Help the other channels that are doing stuff, whatever you might be streaming.
Yeah. Did you watch Travel Fun last night?
Oh, geez. His ears must have been ringing earlier.
Why?
Hello, Slow Burner. How are you?
Oh, look at that. How are you, Slow? You feeling better?
So did you guys watch Travel Fund at all last night? Because he was out in Nashville.
No.
Yeah, he was out in Nashville. He streamed for.
I'll take my normal stance on on particular topics. I don't answer questions.
Yeah, if you use streamers, you can broadcast on.
There's certain YouTubers I do follow and certain YouTubers I don't follow for
Yeah.
my own reasons.
Yeah,
Kevin,
like
just so you know.
I think I'm up to I don't know 825 subscribers or something like that, and since I've hit 500, I've been able to go from my phone. That's when I decided to check. So there are live streams out there that I've done that are done on my phone.
Yeah.
Without StreamYards, and I didn't need 1,000 subscribers.
No, because it's one of the things they changed in YouTube. You can actually go as long as you have a live channel that you have done the lives on at least, or a certain amount of lives on at least. Once it recognizes it, I think, or something like. I was looking at it a couple days ago, just to.
Because when I was doing my live stream, when I was arrested in my bedroom, I only had 37 subscribers.
Yeah.
Now, when I came back, I had 540, I think, but you know, I only had 37 subscribers when I first started live streaming.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, it's like me. I mean, sorry, Kevin. It's like me. I mean, I'm still technically, the small man, small man in the live streaming community as well. I mean, I don't have that many subscribers. I think I have like almost 90, if that. So I mean, it's not. Rome wasn't built in a day. I mean, like people like Slow Burner who've been around for a long time. He's got a lot of subscribers because he's been around. He's done a lot of live streams.
Yeah.
He's co-hosted on live streams. He's hosted live streams. He's a good fun-loving kind of guy. Sometimes he pushes your buttons a little too hard, and you get upset at him. But he's doing it all in fun and joking around. It's just his nature, the way he is, and his sidekick is a awesome looking gentleman by the name of Ruckus.
Yeah.
It's his permanent sidekick. Very handsome dog, which is what his icon is there. I don't remember who did that artwork for him. Someone did that for him.
You know Tyler's hauling cattle now. Eh?
What's
Who?
that?
Tyler, remember Tyler and Ashley? Chad?
Tyler and Ashley.
They were called the Freedom Couple.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, they're hauling. He's hauling cattle now.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
You see, when all those truckers went when they left Ottawa, that the premier there, Doug Ford, revoked the trucking license to 36 companies because of them at the protest.
Yeah.
Revoked their fucking licenses.
Yeah.
That's bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it is. It was
That put
definitely.
out something like 300 workers or something.
Jesus.
Yeah.
No, I left my job because they were only giving me 10 hours a week. I can't live off of 10 hours a week. So, I was talking to my buddy, and he said that, well, he hasn't had a stock guy in 2 years, and he says, well, I need someone. I said, well, I'm available. So I'm starting tomorrow morning.
Oh, cool. Good for you.
So I'm getting 35 hours a week.
I forgot that I put something in the fridge. I went and grabbed a bottle of pop here, and I remembered that I had my anniversary cake in the fridge.
So a shame. I was watching your stream the one day. I believe that's when we were talking about Belleville. It was the day that the cops, something was happening downtown, and that's when we were starting to talk about Belleville.
Oh, that standoff that was here.
Yeah.
He locked himself in his apartment, and there was a standoff. Yeah.
Whatever happened with that? Do you know?
Oh yeah, they ended up getting him out of there, and no problem, and took him to the hospital. And the gun that apparently he had didn't work to begin with, and it was all mental health stuff. He was wanted on missing court,
Oh, okay.
and he was out on bond or something like that. And I guess he had an ankle bracelet on, and they sent some undercovers there. In the video there, you'll see a Ford van with ladders on it, and that looks like a construction vehicle or something.
Yeah, I'd seen that.
That's the police vehicle that they showed up in to arrest him in.
Okay.
And then there was they decided to park the emergency fucking vehicle right on the grass, right at the front door.
Do you both have Instagram?
No.
I have an Instagram account, but I don't really use it that much anymore.
Oh, okay. I was going to give you my Instagram because, like I said, today I was live on Instagram. I was flipping back and forth. So.
No, I'm on a lot of platforms, but that's not one of them. I'm on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, BitChute, Rumble, and Odyssey.
What am I on? Well, I'm on YouTube.
Well, I created an Instagram account at one time for a character that this picture is of, the guy in the middle, which is myself. But anyway, I created the Instagram, and I never really used it too much. Posted a little bit. It's more of like a, just a profile that's there. Was there that I had used a couple times, but I never really liked Instagram initially, but it's got its benefits. It's got its benefits. It's got its disadvantages as well. So,
Where the hell did my Rumble go? Or was it Rumble?
Same as Twitter. I stopped using it too.
Oh no, I barely use my Twitter anymore. Sorry, I don't have. Yeah, no, I don't have StreamYard. I have Rumble.
Okay. Yeah. So all you'd have to do is just type into Google search StreamYard.
Yeah.
And it'll come up. Should be like the first one in the search.
Yeah. What time is it? Oh damn! I gotta go to bed soon. I gotta be up at 7 because I start at 10, and it takes me about 20 minutes to get downtown to get the bus, and then that's another 15-minute bus ride where I have to wear a fucking mask. Fuck's sakes.
Yeah. Well, it's about 11:30 our time, so we're probably ending here shortly. I would assume Ash and myself, so we can because we may go longer. I don't know, but thank you for coming up, Kevin. It was a pleasure.
Yeah, no, not a problem. I still got a cigarette going. I'm going after my cigarette though.
Oh, Ash is yes.
Yeah. So if there's a story or anything that you guys, anybody out there that would like to talk about and like to have centered out, please just give me an email and me and the chat will work together and we'll get it out there as quick as possible. We'll do a live show so that you can come up and talk about whatever you're doing. That's what this show is about, is to help people out. So if you want to get that out there, just again get a hold of me or get a hold of the chat, or if you see us in one of the chats or something, let us know, and we'll work on it right away. And who knows, maybe we'll pop up a live show right then and there.
We've done it before.
Yes.
Like, it gets damn expensive buying data, like just on your own. And I've been trying to sit here and figure out ways. Like, I don't want to think people that I'm taking their money for food or anything. That's not that's not my whole intention. My whole intention is to create more content for the viewers.
Yeah. Well, yeah, to expose what's going on, whether it's good or bad. To expose what's going on.
Mm-hmm. Like I bought
And
that.
it does take time to go through and edit the footage, because you get sometimes you have places where you have to take an edit because you got you got blocked because you got a you're moving through a crowd or something, right? So
yeah, I still got to figure out how to do edits. I don't even know how to do that. Like today, like I said, I couldn't go live on YouTube, so I just did the video from my phone and then just uploaded them from my phone. So,
and that's what a lot of people, and to be honest, that's what a lot of people do. I mean, just upload stuff right from their phone. That's how a lot of a lot of YouTubers do. I mean, a lot of that stuff is all phone footage. I can tell you that because I talk to a lot of them. That's what they do.
A lot of mine is.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I noticed yours is. Yeah, I'm actually looking into some what the hell are they called, gimbals?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would love to get one. They're a little expensive. They're about start around $100.
Actually, I was looking at one that was $57. I think it was 57 something on Amazon.ca.
Oh, there you go.
But there's certain ones I want, but they're just too damn expensive. Like I'm not gonna go blow like $200-300 on a gimbal.
Well, it's like I really I wanted a tripod, because I like to do set it up so that I'm not holding it.
Yeah,
and tripods aren't fucking cheap either. A lot of people think they are. The one I have right now is, if you were to look it up and to buy it, it's $450 fucking dollars. I was lucky because it was missing one tiny piece on the top. The pawn shop gave it to me for $20.
Give me a second. I'm gonna look up some gimbals and I can give you some prices on Amazon. Amazon.ca.
Oh yeah. Well, with the money that I get, I really can't afford Um, I can't afford to even buy more memory cards right now, let alone a
Yeah.
fucking gimbal.
Are you are you on Android? Oh, it shouldn't matter anyways.
Yeah, it is Android. Yeah, there's a different plug for Apple that.
Yeah. Oh wait. Oh yeah, those are Androids. Okay. Bestseller, and that's a tripod too. Hold on. Yo, toe. 67 inches, 1.7 meter phone, tripod stand, Bluetooth, selfie stick, tripod, cell phone. 20. Wait.
I'd say around. I'd say if you're looking for a reasonably priced one with at least a 4-star rating, I'm gonna say it's gonna probably cost around $40
This one,
Oh no,
this one's
with taxes and shipping.
well, $100.
this one's the one I'm looking at right now is one two. It's a 5-star and it's 15 something.
Yeah, that's just a selfie stick though.
Yeah,
That's not a gimbal.
Yeah. Okay. Hold up. There's a bunch of them.
Yeah, because you can buy selfie sticks at the dollar store.
yeah,
I think they're like $4 at Dollarama.
yeah. About that.
I don't know how to pronounce it, so I'm just gonna spell it out. But it's ZHIYUN Smooth 5, but it's like $209.
Yeah,
Four
see,
Yeah,
star.
yeah,
so for a gimbal, it's going to start about $100.
yeah. A good. I was gonna say a cheap. Like I say, a cheap one a cheap one. If you're looking at the cheap range, the cheapest one you're gonna find. There's a couple real cheap ones that are like just
Yeah, you can get them cheap for like 60, $80, but you get what you pay
yeah,
There,
for, right?
yeah,
there's that same name brand, but Smooth X is $49, and that's
yeah.
4-star.
But no, if he no, not only was now including he's going for a gimbal. Yeah, no, you'd be looking at least a good one. You're lucky if you get around $200.
Yeah,
It's going to be decent for what you
for
want.
yeah, for a good one, yeah.
Yeah, so that Smooth 5 gimbal is, and it's a 5-star. Oh wait, you gotta be Prime. Let's see if I can take Prime off though. How do you take Prime off? No, I don't want Prime.
There's a couple other ways to do some things too. I can't think of a couple of them off my head, but I know Black Sheep Media, Truth Media. Um, he has a monopod. I saw him with it a couple times on the hill. He didn't use it every day, but he had a couple times he had it that he had rigged up just to a cell phone. A cell phone was on the top of it.
Oh
And
yeah,
there was a
yeah,
certain accessory that he picked up to do that with.
yep,
Yeah.
yeah.
I can't remember what it's called off the top of my head. There's a certain name for it. You can find them on Amazon as well. And then you can mount it on anything on anything, right?
The one I'm looking at right now, the one I told you that was 209. There's a from the buttons. What I'm seeing, there's a light. There's what is that? Menu mode and power on and off. That actually is not a bad one, to be honest. That would even work for my damn camera. Interesting.
Yeah, I'm just another couple of weeks here, and all the museums should be opened up. So I'll be doing a lot of different videos there, taking tours of different historical sites and different buildings. I'm gonna try and hit every museum that's here and do like a small video on every one of them.
I have a problem. I only have one museum in my
Oh,
town, so that would be one video.
Yes, same here, but I don't drive, so I can't go to Trenton, Ontario, and go to the excuse me, the War Museum there.
no, there's like I can think of 5 museums that are right around
Although,
here right now. You got
although I may be, with the way things are set up now, I may actually be doing a one of my planned endeavors that I'm looking into this summer once I know it's opened up and what's going to be allowed. There's a Fort Beauséjour-en-Lac, New Brunswick.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually supposedly haunted, so I'm going to do a paranormal. I want to do a paranormal investigation there. See what I get with video, recording it, going through, and I know some of the history and lore of it. So
well, that sort of comes right up into one of our up and coming guests.
oh,
Yes.
so what kind of fake case counts are you guys getting over there?
Which you gotta be a little bit more specific.
Okay.
Because we get so many fake cases.
No, case count for COVID.
Oh fuck! I
I stopped paying
remember.
attention to. I stopped paying attention to it.
Yeah.
Literally from the time I left, it was in Ottawa and got back. I really haven't paid too much attention to it.
Yeah.
Unless I hear there's massive cases in my own area, then I'm going to be a little concerned. But I haven't heard that at all.
I think ours yesterday was like 3,745 or something like that in Ontario.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they've been fighting all those cases lately too, because of the way that they've been labeling them. So, just there's people that are tested that test positive for it, and then there's people that actually have it, and there's a big difference there, and that's what a lot of people don't understand.
Yeah, like one of the organizers here for the Quinny West convoy, her daughter ended up getting the vaccine, and she ended up getting ill. I can't remember what she said she ended up getting, but she got ill from it.
Yeah, there's a lot of. I heard a lot of people had that happen.
And there, I would love to interview anybody that has happened to. I wouldn't be able to play it here on YouTube, but I would be able to put it up on Rumble. So it would have to be a taped.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
It couldn't be lives, but
Yeah,
I would love to interview anybody that has happened to help get that story out. I will block out your face, if you, whatever way that you want to come up and have your voice distorted, and if you want to put up an avatar or whatever, the way this is, I have a way so that we can record it um, on my StreamYard, and then what I'll have to do is download it onto my computer, and then I put it up onto Rumble.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only way you can do it.
Yeah, because YouTube is doing so much censoring.
Oh, I tried to put up one already. I did an interview with a lady that a death had happened.
Mhm.
I don't really want to get too far into that because they will shut me down.
Yeah.
So, but this had happened, and as I was putting it up, as soon as it went up, they took it down.
Yeah.
They took it. I don't know where that video is. It's gone from my channel,
Yeah.
and I don't have a copy of it because I downloaded it right off of my phone onto my computer, and then it says, "Do you want to delete it?" Because I need to clean up space to be able to do more interviews or something, right? Always got to have space, so I always delete everything. And I didn't have a copy of it, and when it uploaded onto there, and then they took it, I had no other copy.
I did an
So-
interview today. I'm trying to on my longer one. I did a video that was over 13 minutes, but I don't know. I don't know if it went on. Oh, for fuck's sake! Are you serious? Are you
Wow.
what? Are
V
you?
Team,
Dude,
V Team Paranormal.
I was
Wait
going
a
to say,
sec.
you see-
Hold on, let me turn this up real quick.
I just saw
Fine.
that. Yeah.
Oh man,
Sorry to hear about your loss. VT
Oh,
North
ve-
Paranormal.
very sorry, my brother.
Yeah.
I'm sorry for your loss, man. Sorry, I had, I had, I didn't have YouTube clicked. I had StreamYard clicked. Oh, are you kidding me? All that fucking interview is not there.
Oh no.
What the flip? Maybe I ran out of space on my phone. That's about the only thing I can think of. And it was with one of the organizers too. God, let me go check the other video.
So you were saying an upcoming guest that kind of fits in with them, you were saying, Ash?
Yeah, there's a guy from the States there that we've been talking back and forth with. You see him in the chats a lot, and hopefully we'll have him up, and it's Bigfoot Annan.
Oh, okay. I thought that's who you were talking about.
Yeah.
Wasn't 100% sure when she said he's in the. I see him in the chat. So I was like, wait a minute. The only one I know of that we both see in the regular in the chats is Bigfoot
Yeah.
Ann or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's definitely. He can definitely tell us. He's definitely an interesting cat. I've though I've
Yeah.
seen him a couple times come up on panels, and when he's in the middle right before he's getting ready to record stuff.
Yeah, and this is what I mean about not being, a cop watcher or an auditor or that. Still a YouTuber, and
Yeah.
and these are the type of people that,
Hey guys, I don't mean to cut you off, but I need to get to bed here. I got to be up early in the morning. But thank you for having me in here, bro. And you're gonna see more content from me on Sunday because I'm going every single Sunday. They also have one on Tuesdays, but unfortunately, because of my schedule, I'm working. So
Yeah. Well, you never know if you're live there. If you have the data and you're able to go live sometime, you never know. I may restream you, so to help get the word out too. So
oh, I would much appreciate that, guys. Much
yeah.
appreciate it.
So yeah, and thank you for coming up and introducing yourself, and hopefully we can help you out and get you a few more subscribers there too. So
Ye- Yeah.
Certainly.
What did I say was that? 16?
yeah,
So, okay, guys, have a good night. Thank you for having me in, and be safe.
yeah, you too, brother.
You too,
All right.
Canadian Kevin.
All right. Later.
Yep.
Uh,
There you go.
There we go.
So, how much longer do you think that these restrictions are going to last?
You're saying the ones federally they're still in place, or?
Yeah, that's yeah.
Well, I think they're probably going to lift them up here probably soon. Just by what I hear is coming and what's going on. So, from when I was in Ottawa, I can't really. I don't want to go too much into details now because I mean the bikers. I knew the bikers were planning on doing theirs. I knew that was coming. Just didn't know the exact dates. Like I said, when the friend of mine from Alberta sent me on Friday, April the 1st, a Facebook message, I thought it was a joke. Till I actually looked and realized it was actually real. So I was like, okay. So yeah, the bikers are doing theirs, and then there's other things that are going to go on. I mean, this is this I'll say it this way: did the truckers learn from this? Yes, they did. You can't stay in Ottawa for too long because they get upset. But at the same time, the police weren't budging and letting people leave as much as they were being respectful, and they were being respectful, and they weren't. It was a situation that was going to go. You could tell they were playing it out like they wanted to play it out for reasons, and like whatever his reasons were with the Emergency Act, how doing it the way he did it. I mean, it's all going to come out in the end. That like I said, it was a lot of underhanded stuff that was done. But do I think it's going to get lifted? Yeah, I think eventually. I think eventually, within the next little while, it's not going to happen right away. Now, I mean, like as for like other things they're trying to get pushed through, why the um, Ukraine Russia thing is. Well, I mean, I'm nothing against either side. I'm not taking a side in that. It's none of my business. It's not my war. It's not my fight. You know, um, but that's their own. That's those two countries' fight. Um, unless it comes to a major threat where it's threatening my country, then I might have to say something. Um, but the focus was taken right to that instantly. Bang, as soon as that happened, it was just nobody ever heard anything else. That was the thing, and there was still. I mean, like there was a march that we did on the hill. There was a candlelight vigil. They twisted the narrative using all the people with candles, saying people having a candlelight vigil for the Ukraine because they posted the lights of the Ukrainian flag onto the Parliament building. The night we did the candlelight we did the trucker candlelight visual. So I mean, do they twist their narrative? Yeah, but it'll eventually, I think, might get lifted. But I think they're going to try to keep it as long as they can.
Well, and the reason that I ask is that because of the time of year it is, we're April 3rd today.
Mm-hmm.
We need to know, as a country, in order to get out of this economic downturn that's happened, we as a country need to know if people are allowed to come to our country freely within the next, I would say, by the 14th of April. Because what people don't realize is that people want to make plans,
Yeah.
and those plans got to be made by a certain time,
Yeah.
so that they can, they're expecting cruise ships back in this year into the harbor here. Okay, but until those restrictions are lifted, they can't come. And that's what people don't realize. So all that is being taken away right now because we do not know when they're coming. We have a village that's being made there, just for the cruise ship terminal people that show up there. There's 3
Yeah.
cruise ship terminals in this
Yeah.
harbor.
Yeah.
So like,
there's 2. I think there's 3 in Halifax too, if I remember correctly too.
no, there's only 1 in Halifax,
Only
but
1. Okay.
but what they do is they unload, and then they can float 2 or 3 more out in the harbor.
Yeah.
Here in St. John, they've had 5 cruise ships in this harbor
Okay.
at one time. They have 3 cruise ship terminals, and then have 2 floating
Okay.
in the harbor. Like,
Yeah.
so,
I wasn't sure.
and
I thought Halifax had. I thought Halifax had 2. I wasn't sure if Halifax. I knew they had 1 at least for sure, but I
and
wasn't sure
the
because
way they're doing,
the way that I never go down there that often. I was down there when I was in Halifax or when I came back through on the East Coast convoy because it was linked at the way we went, the way we came back. I wasn't gonna get a chance to get dropped off home until we were done coming through Nova Scotia. And but when I was in Halifax, I was looking at the thing, and I thought the way it was set up, I thought there was 2, at least 2, but I wasn't sure. But
right now they're redoing the whole downtown, like all around the cruise ship areas, and that one of the cruise ship terminals they've been working on since last year, and they're redoing the extension part of the other ones that are there now that bring it right up to Market Square. So in case they need to tie up more boats, they can tie them up there.
yeah,
Like, they'll be able to tie up 5 boats, like literally be able to tie them up there.
yeah,
5 cruise ships by the time they're done, with
yeah.
no
Oh yeah,
problem, and still have more floating in the fucking harbor if they need them. Like, if there's that many, like there's, so the thing of it is, though, is the reason why I get to that is they're doing all this work to accept all these cruise ships and that, but nobody can book them
yeah,
until they know that, there's no federal restrictions,
yeah. Oh
so
yeah,
that they can come to the country.
yeah.
So,
And I would tend to agree that they need to let us know soon. I would say, like by
and
at least the end of Easter. So I mean, you're
well,
looking at
usually by the 14th of April, a lot of people have already made up their mind where they're going for the May 2-4
yeah,
weekend,
yeah,
right? Which
yeah,
is what, 5-6 weeks away
yeah,
from the 14th.
yeah,
It's, people do it all the time. They book about 6 weeks in advance. So you need to know if the country's going to be open by then.
yeah, exactly.
And if it's not, then people can't do it. So that means that now they're going to lose out on booking that tour or that holiday to that specific place. So say they wanted to Like they say that the cat is back. They're talking about the catamaran that goes back and forth from Yarmouth, Nova Scotia to Maine.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that's back now.
Okay, cool.
But there's still those restrictions.
Yeah,
So a lot of people can't freely go because those restrictions are still there.
exactly.
So that's why a lot of people need to know. Like, you know, they want to come across that way. Maybe they want to come up through St. Stephen and that by Macadam and everything, where there's borders all along there that
Yeah,
go into Maine, right?
yeah,
So
exactly.
maybe they want to come over here and visit New Brunswick. There's a lot of history here in New Brunswick.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, it's the same as Nova Scotia too. There's a lot of history in Nova Scotia. That's the thing. Like
Yeah.
I told a lot of people on the hill. Like they asked me about this. Like there was one gentleman I met from Alberta. He had first time that was like when he went to Ottawa with a truck. He was a truck driver, and when he went to Ottawa, he says I've never been to the East Coast. But he says I know a guy from the East Coast, and he was, like because I mean, we end up out in Alberta all the time. People from the East Coast. So he actually knew somebody that had gone out to Alberta that was from my hometown, and had met the guy's mother when she was up in Alberta, but it never come down to my hometown. So it just goes to show,
Yeah.
Things like that happen. But he said he wants to come down east, and he asked me where some of the best places to go were, and I said, well, what are you interested in? He said, what do you mean? And I said, well, what type of history are you interested in? So yeah, he told me, and I pointed in the direction of a few places that he wanted to go, and he asked me for a few other places his wife might be interested in, and so I directed him to some of those. So, just knowing your own area that you grew up in and you lived in and traveled around comes in handy sometimes.
Yeah.
Like he had said, like he said he wanted to go. He had known he knew about Blue Nose. He said he wanted to go to the town that they were, which is Lunenburg. So I said that's a really nice little town. And then ironically, when I come back through on the East Coast thing, that's one of the stops we had to do. So
Yeah.
I got a chance to be in Lunenburg again.
My aunt and uncle lived in what's the name of that? Not Black Harbor. They worked in Black Harbor, but they lived in it's just a small town, but it got pretty well known. I'm just trying to. The fuck's the name of it? It's just outside of Chester. My dad lived there for a few years too. Fuck, that's gonna bug me now. Now I'm gonna have to look it up to find out where it is.
It's one of those things. Yeah, it happens.
Something Harbor.
Sheet?
No, the Ship Harbor is where my family's from originally, but no, this is another one.
There's a couple that are really, really close down around that area though too. A lot of I will say this definitely. There's a lot of paranormal history around this area though too. Around Nova Scotia too. A lot. Some of them are very, very interesting places. There's a couple in Halifax that are really good for anybody that's interested. If you're ever going, they actually do. They may start having them again, but they actually have a really nice ghost hunter tour that they do in Halifax.
Fuck. Um,
So, but yeah, I'm hoping to get a little bit of traveling in this year. Like I said, I'd like to get over to Port Leisure and do a investigation.
St. Margaret's Bay. Let's go here.
It's a hobby I like to do. No, I don't actually have. No, my channel is just a hodgepodge sort of channel. I'm kind of that's what I guess it could say. I do a lot of cop watching, but I do like paranormal stuff. I follow a lot of paranormal stuff, and I wanted to do the sport that's near me as my first true paranormal investigation. So, and then COVID, then the butterflies and unicorns happened. So, if I do anything paranormal, it would be on my channel. So, it's a future upcoming project. Let's just say that the Team Paranormal. So
Yeah.
you have to you kind of have to broaden your horizons a little bit sometimes with some stuff.
Fuck.
So,
What? Hubbard's.
Hubbard's, okay. I'm familiar with Hubbard's.
Yeah. So
Blink and you might miss it.
yeah, exactly. There's only well, there's a couple of little streets that kind of go through, but it's mainly a beach and a club. There's a shore club, and there's not many homes that are along there. I know because, like I said, my aunt lives there.
Yeah.
Mr. Bean's Market.
Well, we're coming up to the 3-hour mark, Ash.
Yeah, I think maybe might shut this down for the night.
Yeah.
And
well, it's a pleasure as always, Ash. I missed our Sunday shows.
Black Point. Do you know where that is?
Black Point.
Yes.
I've driven by it.
It's right outside of Hubbard's.
Yes, like I said, I've driven by it.
Yeah, it's right by Queensland, right by the beach there.
Okay, yes.
Queensland Beach.
Yes, I know where you're talking. Yeah.
Well, if you go to Black Point, there's a little, and that's all it is just a small little point. And then there's one road that goes all the way back to the end, or almost to the tip. Now, when you get to the end of that road, there's a huge fenced off area and everything. The whole tip of it is all owned by one person, a very famous person called Mel Gibson.
Oh, okay.
But, yeah, I think it's almost time to. Oh, I gotta turn on the light here so I can see what I'm doing. Oh, there it is. Okay. So, oh yeah, we're hit the 3-hour mark.
Yeah,
so
we hit the 3-hour mark.
You know what? We need I have let's see if I can. Oh shit! I don't know how to do it.
What's that?
I have a video on my computer. How could I bring that up without fucking up this stream?
It's on your computer?
Yeah,
Okay, so if it's on your computer, you know exactly where it is on your computer?
kind of. Yeah, it's in
Okay.
my
So
file.
so if you go to share,
Yeah,
okay,
hold on. I'll go to share
video file,
video file. Hit that.
and then wherever you know it's at, or if you know what
Oh,
the video is, you can find it from there. That's how I was playing the other one earlier,
yeah.
because I was playing it from my portable hard drive, which I have attached to the computer. So wasn't liking it, I guess.
There's one that I did. Oh. Oh, there it is.
Did you get a chance to review that video that I had sent to me anonymously?
Oh, no, not yet. Wait, where'd it go? Oh, it's working on it.
Definitely a good look. A good look through.
Oh. So this is what I do.
When was this?
Now, I apologize. This is in Vancouver last weekend.
Okay.
And this girl, she redoes the Leonard Cohen song Hallelujah.
Yeah.
And it's not the best recording. It's the best I could record this song. But
Okay.
I just love this. Let's turn the volume down just a little bit on it too. It's a little tinny, but I love the voice, and you'll see the guy that actually recorded this. I'm trying to remember his name for the life of me right now. He's one of the bigger ones out there recording the protests and that are still going on. And so, but
Yeah.
let's listen to this song for a minute.
I heard the secret chord that David played. He's the Lord. You don't really care for music, do you?
If this will get me a copyright strike.
Goes like this, the fourth, the fifth, the minor fall, the major lift, the baffled king composing Find someone close to you and give them a hug. Give them a big hug. Oh, your faith is strong. You needed proof. You saw her bathing on the roof. Her beauty in the moonlight. cry that you hear at night. It's not so far away. See the light. It's cold and it's so broken. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Let's hear you sing it. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Maybe there's a God above, but all I've ever learned from love is how to show somebody who outdrew yours. It's not a cry that you hear at night. It's not someone who has seen the light. It's a cold and it's a broken. Hallelujah. 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 Let's hear you say hallelujah. 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 Give yourselves a hand for being here today. Thank you so much, everyone.
Well, definitely have to say, very lovely voice there, Ashamed. You said Haley Lewis was her name?
Yes, Haley Lewis. And yeah, that was last weekend at the in Vancouver when oh, what's his name there? Skies.
Chris Skies, yeah.
Chris Skies was out
Yep.
there also.
Right.
And there was there had to be 1,500, 2,000 people that were around that area there.
Oh yeah. He usually
So
attracts quite a big attention too, so he's quite the big name person. Very,
yeah,
I will say this from actually meeting him on the hill. He's actually a very decent, kind of down to earth guy at heart. But he you can tell that it's a lot of what he does is when he's in front of the camera, he just kind of becomes a different person, a little bit of a different person.
well, yeah, it's
And
sort of like
that's the same as
sort of
anybody.
like a college girl, put her in front of a camera and she'll do just about anything, right?
Yeah. He's still a good guy, though. I mean, very, very knowledgeable, and he knows what he's talking about when he's in front of the camera too. I'll say that.
Well, yeah. And I would love to do an interview with him.
Maybe in the works.
So I think that it would. There's some questions that I have that I would love to ask him.
Oh yeah. Well, I will say this. I did speak with him. I do have his information, so I haven't had a chance yet, but it could be in the works. Who
Yeah,
knows? It could
hey,
be a potential guest on the Sidekick show.
that
You
would
know?
be great as long as we have a little bit of time
Well, yeah,
ahead of
exactly,
time
exactly.
so that can promote it a little bit better.
Yes, yes,
Um, even though like this show, it was promoted over 3 different platforms and plus the 3 channels here on YouTube,
yeah,
right?
yeah, exactly.
Plus 2 other platforms, I should
Yeah.
say. So 3
Well, I mean,
platforms total, and
yeah, it was
so
promoted, and we did get a little change, on different other topics, but that's always good. Add some variety, What's
yeah,
Truth's, great guy. I love him to death. Very supportive.
my brother.
Yeah.
He,
Jason came up. He came up for a bit. And then I guess I guess the wife told him it was time to go to bed. Didn't want to fall asleep on our panel. I've actually seen him fall asleep on a panel, man.
well, yeah, he fell asleep on his own. Well, he
Yeah,
didn't fall asleep. He passed out on
he
his own
passed out on
panel.
his own. Yeah, I know. I love him. And I say yes, Jason. Yeah, I did hear. I did acknowledge. I was acknowledging you with the. I was
I
trying to
love, I
acknowledge you
love
with the thank
Jason.
you. Oh, so do I, man. He's a good guy.
Yeah. Yeah, and you never know where Jason's going to pop up. You could be watching somebody in California, bang, there's Jason.
Yeah,
And then the
exactly.
next thing you know, you're watching like the Slow Burner show, bang, he's there. And then you'll go over, an
Yeah,
hour later, you'll be watching the shit show with ASMR and fucking AC, and bang, he's right there. And then he's over at Rick Rude's, and then he's
yeah,
over at Silver Diamonds, and then he's fucking everywhere's, man.
yeah. Oh yeah, he is. He is. He's a good guy and a good maritimer. So
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
And like one of the main reasons why I wanted to start traveling last year, and I was trying to get to PEI because I was going over to see Jason, and I still never got over there.
Well, the restrictions are lifted. You don't have to
Yeah,
take the
I
swab
know.
test. You don't have to take the swab test anymore to go across. We we might have to both venture over and surprise them.
Ooh. It's only $53 to get back.
Yeah,
It doesn't cost anything to get
to
there.
get there, it just costs you money to leave it. I
Yeah.
know. But the problem is, we probably get there and not want to leave.
That could be too. That could be too. But I can't see us doing much in PEI. I think the whole PEI has a population of what, Moncton?
If that, yeah.
Like, is there 150,000 people in PEI?
I don't know. Let's check here quick. Hold on.
Uh, Here, let me see if I can talk to my phone here. See if it'll do it.
Let's see.
What's the population of Prince Edward Island?
As of 2020,
156,947 as of 2019. So
yeah,
there is a little bit more in PEI than there is in Moncton. There's just over 140,000 people in the Moncton area.
yeah.
So, fuck, I can talk to my phone and it tells me things. I didn't know that. I keep seeing that microphone thing,
Yeah.
and I figured, you know what? One of these days I'm going to try it. And I just decided it fucking works. Now I don't have to spell shit. Oh, fuck. My brain is bad now for trying to spell stuff.
Oh, I know. I'm getting there too. And I'm a lot younger than you.
A lot
why I-
younger than me. Hey,
That's
now
why I
I'm
use Grammarly.
You're not a lot younger than me. You're just a little younger than me.
Yeah, exactly. A little younger than you.
Yeah, not a lot. I'm not that old yet. Well, then again, I do get seniors discounts now.
Yeah, I know. I don't get those yet.
Yeah, you got to be 55.
Although the funniest thing was, I was in one place in Ottawa, and I had a toque on, and I had my beard being gray, and this young girl was a restaurant of some sort, and she goes, "Oh, did you want the seniors discount today, sir?" I went, "Do I really look that old, honey?" She's, "Well, I just assumed with your beard being gray that you were 60, you were 55." I'm like, I'm actually insulted.
Well, how old are you?
Not 55. I'm actually close to 50. Put it that way. I'm 2 years away from 50.
Okay.
So 48.
So see, you're not a lot younger than me. You are younger than me, but not a lot. Fuck, I
No.
thought you were saying that you were like maybe, in your late 30s or early 40s or something. It's like, no.
I could pass for that looking that young.
Yeah. No, I can't.
I'm gonna have to start dyeing some of my hair though, get some of the gray out of it. But
Well,
that's why I keep my hair short normally. So, and it's great. And it's great in the summer. Not so good in the winter.
I'm really thinking about putting the size of. I got a set of clippers, and the attachments.
Yeah.
I got the attachments and the size, like the thickness of how long I want my hair, which is maybe about an inch.
Hmm.
And I might just fucking cut my hair tonight myself.
Well, be careful.
What's the word?
You might end up being bald, man.
Well, if I fuck it up that bad, I'll shave it bald.
Yeah.
It won't be the first time, but my hair, fuck, it's way too long. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen it.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, I seen it.
look at this shit.
That is
Like,
long, dude.
Yeah, it's like I'm not used to having long hair like this anymore.
Yeah.
I haven't had a cut since all this pandemic started.
Yeah. Well, definitely time for a haircut.
Yeah, it was April of 2019.
Wow.
Was the last time I got a haircut.
Well, I'm lucky because my barber didn't really. Once he was allowed to open up, he stayed open. So.
Well, see, I got my haircut that spring, right, in April, and then I went through all summer, let it grow back a little bit, and then thinking, I'll get a cut in April again. When it starts getting a little longer, right, once a year. I'm not really in. I'm not working anymore, so I don't have to keep it trimmed all the time. So I figured once a year I'll go in and I'll get a cut like I usually do. Well, the next year came around, 2020, everything was locked down. 2021, everything was locked down. So now, 2022, and it's time to get another haircut, whether I do it myself or not.
Yeah, exactly.
I can't handle it anymore.
Well,
I fucking wake up, it's all on my face, and I walk down the street, the wind blows, and I'm trying to smoke a cigarette or a joint and the fucking wind blows and I burn my hair and
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I understand, man. I can't have hair too long on my head for the reason, the fact simply is that I get headaches. Too much weight on my head. So, because I have very, very thick hair. So,
oh, not me. I got fucking very thin hair and well, I pretty much got none on top anymore, so
anyway, we should end it. We should end this, buddy.
yep.
Go live. So,
Yeah. So everybody
Whenever-
that's been here, thank you so much. And again, thanks again, Chad. And I guess we will see everybody next Sunday with a new special guest.
Yeah.
Stay tuned. I will be announcing it by Tuesday. So
Ooh, I'll have to pay
stay
attention.
tuned for the community post and I'll keep you updated. Until then, have a great night, folks, and see you in the chats. Anything for you, Chad?
Have a great night, everyone, and remember, Sidekick signing off.
Okay. And